Alrighty. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? Hoop, thank you for the resub. I love you. Mwah. Big kiss for you, my friend. How are we all doing today? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? 6 straight up, you should see a doctor. Oh, yeah. So, wait, hold on. I need to double check some of this. Give me a second. Just zoom the camera on Lara triangles and talk to us. Okay. Triangles are flat. How dare you? Fair enough. Depends on perspective. True. She definitely got that Z-axis, if you know what I'm saying. True. She can get my Z-axis. Also true. Alright. I'm with it. I'm caught up. I appreciate how we're all feeling right now. Doing okay? Just getting off work? Hell yeah, man. Did you have fun? You have fun at work today? I'm sorry to hear that. Why not? Well, okay, let me rephrase. Was it a regular day that just isn't terribly fun, or was it a case of something extra happened today that made it extra not fun? Like you more if you had more triangular chest? That's fair enough. It was a regular day? Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hold on, Zen, I got you. Don't worry. There we go. That's for you, buddy. Until it changes the camera back. But don't be sorry. Well, I mean, hey, listen. Having a bad day at work isn't fun. I know what that's like. Uber tired was passed out semi-napping earlier, so you might have some extra nonsensical bullshit today. You know what, Viper? I hope so. I hope that you let some truly heinous shit loose today. Rather have a regular day than a bad day? That is fair enough. All right. You know what? When you put it like that, Hoop, you make a compelling point. Make a very compelling point. Where am I? What was I doing? Obviously, that's locked. Be careful what you wish for. Listen, bro. This is a safe place. You can do whatever you want. Baller. Sorry, unrelated to anything. Actually, I have something to complain about your day, too. All right, let it rip, Zen. What you got? Lara, please. Had no opportunity to use the N-word. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm very sorry to hear that. It's a brand new level. You were nice to yourself last time. I thought so, but I also know I was partway through last time. So now I just don't remember what I was doing. I don't remember what I already did, is the trouble. I think hold on. This is suspicious. Hold on. I am amazed that stayed up. Okay. Yep, that's what I figured. Please kill. Huh? Excusez-moi? Don't root for the fucking Panther. Are you kidding me? That Panther tried to fuck on me, brother. No, he didn't try to. He just did. He motherfucker killed me. Wakanda forever. Damn. True. Carolina Panthers got game this season. That I'll have to take your word for. I don't even know what sport that is. Alright, I'm getting the guns out. Nope, I didn't. Dude, I should please, Lara, please. Please, for the love of God. Holy shit. Lara. Dude, I'm gonna freak out. Cricket, sick. Oh, sorry, cricket ball, sorry. Yes, of course. Cricket ball. Everyone's favorite. Revolutionary sport. That I'll have to take your word on. From what I remember... Oh, perfect. Just in time to heal up after that jaguar bit my asshole. All I know about cricket is that it's got a funny bat, and it doesn't look like it makes any sense. That's what I know about cricket. That's the actual extent of it. I know nothing about the sport. Jaguar, panther, same thing. It's European, of course. It doesn't make sense. You know, when you put it like that, you make a good point. Recently bought a book about cricket. Its ties to colonialism. Okay. How far are you? Can you drop some knowledge for us? Or are you not quite that deep in it yet? Because that sounds very curious. I am very curious what exactly that entails. You haven't got to it yet? Fair. Unfortunate, but fair. Okay, I'm guessing that's where I need to go, so I'm going to check the other one. It's in the queue? Hell yeah. I will say, as much as I'm not really much, I'm not really a reader. I don't read very much at this point in my life. But the stuff that I do read tends to, at this point, be primarily nonfiction. Often, like, biographies and stuff like that. But I feel like, despite not really having an interest in history... something like that, if it's not too long... What the fuck is that noise? Sounds like it would be a legitimately, like, interesting read to just sit down one day and read through the whole thing, you know? Just, like, for no reason. Just kind of learn something about something. That sounds nice. That sounds pleasant. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go see if someone just broke into my apartment. Okay, no, we're chilling. It's somebody knocking at my neighbor's door. Ooh. You're more of a fiction literature dude, but you dig a few historical books? Hell yeah. Have YouTube and soulless AI voices read to me. I ain't got patience to read. That's, honestly, I'm kind of with you on that one, Viper. Find it really easy to listen to nonfiction books. So I feel, okay. I have tried doing audiobooks, but it never really worked. But I think it's primarily because I was trying to do it exclusively with fiction. Excuse me. I feel like if I was to just get like Audible or whatever and listen to like a biography or something, that would be significantly more interesting, and I would it would stick with me a lot better. Because my problem with fiction is that I can't visualize in my head. So like if I read if I'm reading a piece of fiction, I can't like have an image in my head of what the character looks like or sounds like, and I can't imagine the space that they're in, the magic they're casting, like my brain just doesn't really do that. Which is the reason why I don't read fiction anymore. I did when I was a kid, but I don't anymore. But with nonfiction, specifically things like biographies, it's just a retelling of a person's life, and that is easy to follow because I don't have to imagine anything. It's just learning about the story, right? It's the reason I like video games, because I don't have to imagine things. I can see it. It's the reason I like comic books. I don't have to imagine things. I can just see it. Next time, make sure to get your gun before checking for home invaders. Best I got is a sword that's not mine, and I actually don't know where it is. It's somewhere in here though. You can't brain always immediately autofills. Yeah, no, my brain doesn't do that. I think it's called synesthesia. And I don't know if it's like a new age, like pop illness, like a TikTok illness or whatever. Not illness, but condition. But I've never been able to, or not never, but in my adult life, I can't like, if I close my eyes and try to visualize an apple, I don't see anything. Like there's nothing, I can't visualize an apple, I know what an apple looks like, so my brain tries to, and like I know that I know what an apple looks like, so it's a kind of a weird, like I don't see anything but I know what it looks like, so my brain is trying to tell me it sees something, but it can't actually like come up with the image by itself, so I don't actually see anything. It's a weird like wire that gets crossed. It's like those people who don't have inner thoughts. Yeah, exactly. Like I think to myself, I will, if I'm thinking about things like mindlessly, I don't necessarily hear a voice in my head, but like I have, I can have a conversation with myself in my head. I can think through thoughts and have it be in there. But it's like, especially when it comes to visual, there's nothing. And I think it's just the way the brain is put together. I don't think there's like anything about it. Like it's not a symptom of anything or a sign of anything in particular. It's just the way that I'm made. But I don't know how you would actually diagnose that. So I've never gotten it like official, but it's just how you're built. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't have, a tumor in my brain. It's just my brain doesn't do that. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. It's been a little while since I've been to a doctor. But now that I have insurance again, I can. But no, exactly. Like, it's not something I worry about. It just is unfortunate because it makes things like reading something I can't really get enjoyment out of, which sucks because I want to. I read a lot when I was a kid, and I loved it. But I don't know if I ever actually was able to like visualize that, or if I just didn't care because I was a child. It's hard for me to say because I don't remember. But it's a thing alongside other issues that I have, like audio processing. I have some issues with. There are two key ones. When I'm listening to music, I can't I can't understand the words unless I know what the words are, or they're extremely clear. If there's any sort of like muddling or it's not extremely apparent what word they're saying, I can't figure out what it is unless I read the lyrics. Once I know what the words are, I can then hear them saying it, but I can't just listen to a song and understand what they're saying. And the other one is accents. There is a certain degree of thickness to an accent, regardless of what the accent is, where it's kind of the same thing. I just can't understand the words don't sound like words, and my brain doesn't like take them and interpret them to mean the things I know they mean. No, that one's fine because it's just silly English. But like at work, right? I live in a very Hispanic area. Like there's a large Hispanic population in my area, and a lot of them don't speak English or don't speak a lot of English. So there will be people who come into my store, and I'll say, hey, welcome in. Do you need help finding anything? And 70% of the time they can respond, and I'll be able to say, okay, whatever. But then that extra 30%. They'll say something, and even if they speak English, the accent is thick enough that I literally can't tell what they're saying. Almost had me fooled, didn't see the save menu, so I thought you were playing, but actually it's talk show time. Listen, all right? It's not. This one wasn't even my fault. There'll be no more gameplay from here on. We got through 3 minutes of gameplay. Hope you're happy. Kind of learn lyrics phonetically through repeat listens, then read them and be so. See, exactly, Hoop. That's what happens to me. Is I will place words based on the phonetics, based on what I think they're saying, and then when I go and I read the lyrics, I find out I got like 20% of it right. Like if I listen to, you know, like Avenged Sevenfold, a lot of the times the vocals are clean enough that I can, and like it's distinct enough that I can tell what they're saying. But then I will go off and I'll listen to like, I don't know, Kill Switch Engage or something, and all of a sudden I have no fucking clue what they're saying at all. Hear them wrong until you read them. Most of the time your version is way better. That is true. I think one of the fun things about it is that when my brain misinterprets and then decides to make it something else, it fills in the blanks for like, it's what makes sense to me based on what I do know about what they're saying. And then I go and I listen to it again and I'm like, oh, they didn't say that, they said this, and it makes less sense and it makes me sad. For you, lyrics only matter when the music makes you care. That's fair. I only care about knowing lyrics because I like to sing. Singing feels good. So if I'm just, you know, by myself listening to music, I'll usually sing. Not because I'm any good at it, but just because it's fun. But I like being able to know what the hell I'm supposed to be saying so that it sounds right. So when I'm listening to a song and I like replace a word because I don't know what they said, if it sounds right, I don't care, and I'll full send it anyways. But like, otherwise, you know, Only have this issue for some songs in English because it's not your first language. Oh yeah, and that makes perfect sense. Like if it's not a language you speak, like if I was to listen to a song in German, like I wouldn't know what the fuck they're saying. Give me food, give me fries, give me a slice of cherry pie. If it's a vocal heavy, you love to sing along. Yeah, exactly. I primarily listen to songs with vocals. I don't listen to a lot of music that doesn't. Most of the time, if I do, it's a soundtrack from something. In which case, I'm just vibing out to the memories associated with the song, you know? Variety show incoming. Listen, if I wasn't worried about being DMCA'd, I would have already started pulling up music and listening to it. Only listen to Saint Anger on repeat. Do I? Hold on, wait. I'm doing this on my phone so that I hopefully don't get pulled. Oh, Metallica. Okay. I was saying, I thought that sounded familiar. I'm playing it over here. Hopefully you can't hear this. You do karaoke streams on YouTube as long as you don't keep the VOD? Well, the problem is I would. You can? Barely? Alright. Yeah, I can see it. Hold on, let me turn it down a little. I'm listening to the titled song, the album title. I mean, the drums are going kind of crazy. What a swap. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it over here. Large snare turned into a soup can. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened. Yeah, okay, I can't. That's everything that just happened made me upset. Alright. We're not doing that anymore. Album's so bad it's taking on a beautiful life of its own as a meme. Okay, there's, you know, I like some Metallica. I'm not gonna just like sit down and listen to an album of Metallica, but there are songs of theirs I like. But whatever the fuck that was made me mad. I'm really in anger with you is a fucking bar. What do you mean? Hold on, wait. Now we're getting sidetracked. Now we're getting sidetracked. Hold on. God damn it. I'm an angered. Saint Anger lyrics. All right. Let's take a look real quick. Let's take a quick peek. Here. Saint Anger round my neck. Saint Anger round my neck. He never gets respect. Saint Anger round my neck. Okay. There's my lifestyle determines my death style. All right, hold on. Saint Anger round my neck. You flush it out. You flush it out. He never gets respect. You flush it out. You flush it out. Saint Anger's round my neck. You flush it out. You flush it out. He never gets respect. Okay. Fuck it all and no regrets. I hit the lights on these dark sets. I need a voice to let myself go free. Fuck it all and fucking no regrets. That's not the same structure. I hit the lights on these dark sets. Put down your noose, I'll hang myself. Saint Anger around my neck. What the fuck does this mean? Like, don't kill me, I'll do it myself? Then just hand it over. Don't put it down. Just pass it, bro. What do you mean? I feel my world shake like an earthquake. Hard to see clear. Is it me? Is it fear? What? Madly in anger with you. There it is. Madly, Hoop. Madly in anger. I'm madly in anger with you. I'm madly in anger with you. I'm madly in anger with you. Hell yeah, no one kills me but me. Straight Vegeta energy, for real. That's some, like, everyone's favorite side character because they're such a super cool badass. That's what that is. It's the Vegeta. It is Vegeta energy. You're right. Glory to open his ability to send me into this particular rabbit hole. Listen, this is something I need, all right? I need to understand what I was getting into without getting copyright struck. Saint Anger around my neck. Saint Anger around my neck. He never gets respect. Saint Anger around my neck. Saint Anger around my neck. You flush it out. You flush it out. He never gets respect. What do you mean you flush it out? What is this? What are we talking about? You recommend the documentary Some Kind of Monster. It's really hilarious. The making of that album. Oh, God. Hold on. All right, that's unfortunate because I do not have that. But that is funny. Although, hey, listen, 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hold on now. Watching this documentary was a peek in how painful, funny, and difficult the creative process can be within a band. Being in a band is like living and working with your siblings. Everyone has their baggage, and after a while, you get on each other's nerves. It takes commitment to work together, and I applaud the band for being open to trying therapy to keep their friendship and the band together. I was glad to see that James took off the time he needed to work on himself. Demons catch up to us eventually, and you have to deal with them before you can move on. Mental health is a real disease that people live with their entire life, and I'm glad that he is open and honest with his struggles in this documentary, as it probably helped a lot of Metallica fans feel not so alone. Okay. Charlie got a claim on one of his videos about the new Taylor Swift album because he monotonistically said a few of the lyrics. Actually crazy. Not even surprised. Not even remotely surprised. Come off as assholes except Kirk and Rob. I'm not surprised by that either. After watching Some Kind of Monster for the first time, since it was originally released, sorry, that was my fault, I'm reminded of the openness and honesty that the documentary displays. It takes a lot of work to get where the band is today. They've sold over 120 million albums to date. When they release their next one, I, like most other real fans of the group, will likely buy it without hearing it first. No other artist in music devotes this kind of loyal in me. Keep going, guys. Don't do this. Do not do this. This is the pre-orders. The video game pre-orders of the music world. Do not do this. This is annoying. Also, I would just like to point out, this doesn't make any sense. I'm being very obnoxious right now with my semantic nitpicking, but mental health is not a disease. Mental health is a category of issues and illness. It's like viruses. Or it's like physical disease. Physical health. I understand what they're saying and I appreciate the sentiment. But this statement right here is dumb. And it's, mental health is a broad spectrum of symptoms. Yes. Mental health is not anything. Mental health is a thing. Mental health is an umbrella for all of the things that happen under that umbrella. Mental health is not an entity. It is a category. So, I don't know what he's talking about. The brain is a real disease. The brain actually legitimately is, though. That's true. Gotta ask your psychiatrist, Mom? Yes. Zen, what I want you to do is I want you to ask your psychiatrist mom for a definition of mental health. Depending on what she says, I will ask one of my parents, who are both psychologists, if they are available to call, in which case I will ask them for their definition of mental health, and then we will compare. My umbrella is broken and tattered. That is a hard line. It's like saying Mother Nature is bad for the environment. Exactly. It's like saying the ecosystem is bad for the environment. That's not a thing. It isn't an entity. It's not. It simply is not. And again, the message this guy is giving is good. I like what this guy has to say, but I don't think it would end well if you wake up your mom at midnight to ask her about mental health definitions. That's fair enough. She would show me real mental health issues. Damn. Very entertaining look into the relationship behind Metallica. A well-crafted story that holds viewer interest for the duration of the film. Very surprised and very glad I found this movie. Okay. I just rewatched this after a few years and found it more confronting now than I did back when it came out. Gives you a great insight to where the band was at this time in their lives and shows you they're human just like the rest of us at the end of the day. Yeah. What do you mean it was more confronting? I'm assuming they meant comforting, but not even a fan of Metallica. This is a fascinating doco with amazing insights in the production process and relationships between the different personalities in a long-term band. See? Cassie? This is the homie right here. Cassie is out here saying, I don't even like Metallica. I don't even give a shit about Metallica, but I just thought this was neat. This is what I'm here for, not these, dick riders over here. I'm gonna buy everything they ever make and I don't... Shut up, Marshall, idiot. It's pretty entertaining. From what you've said, it sounds like it. You never heard a Metallica song you liked? This is a good one. Here we go. I like I said, there are some Metallica songs that I like. Enter Sandman, Master of Puppets, Whiskey in the Jar? Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Don't know why it exists besides money. Probably no other reason. You like almost all the old stuff, Unforgiven 1 and 2. That's fair enough. I need to sit down and listen is the problem. I haven't heard enough of their stuff enough. That's the real thing. Is I know the songs I like, but I haven't listened to much else. It's fun and interesting, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, hey. Different people find different things about it fun. All right, Sky Pie, what do you have to say? Watching James be a spoiled, cranky man boy while he cries and throws tantrums while he wonders if he still has it and making every effort to ensure the band demise has made me sick. Let's go, Sky. That's what I'm talking about. Warmed to it halfway through. Honest and a real eye-opener. Very engaging. Halfway through, huh? Gotta poop it back an hour. Alright, Zen, have fun. Don't hurt yourself. I like the band and this movie is a banger a week ago. Kyron, I don't trust you. Amazing. An intimate look at the creative process and turmoil. Best film about Metallica ever. What about... Wait. That's sick. What about that movie that they made that was literally just like a Hollywood production concert? Does anybody remember what that was? That was awesome. I remember thinking that was cool as fuck when I saw it when I was like 12. My man. Sexy Trap 666, you have a place in my heart. Bob Roasted challenge on the bass. Okay, but what was his name? Peckelsteiner, huh? Peckelsteiner. That kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't ready for that. All right, anyways, back to business. You flush it out. You flush it out. I don't understand. Fuck it all and no regrets. I hit the light on these dark sets. I need a voice to let myself go free, right? Metallica's cooler than JoJo than the actual band. True. I actually do love Metallica and JoJo. That was a fun fight. Fuck it all and fucking no regrets. I hit the lights on these dark sets. Put down your noose. I'll hang myself, saying anger around my neck. Shut up. I feel my world shake like an earthquake. Hard to see clear. Is it me? Is it fear? Right. Madly in anger with you. Right. I want my anger to be healthy. And I want my anger just for me. And I need my anger not to control. Yeah, and I want my anger to be me. What? 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 How can you lose when you spawn razor blades in your opponent's throat? Because, Zen, all right, listen. Because what if they eat a frog? Okay? That's what you don't understand. It's therapeutic, man. You wouldn't get it, man. You're right. I need to set my anger free. 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 Set it free. In case you didn't hear it. Fuck it all, no regrets. Hit the light on these dark sets. I need a voice to let myself go free. Fuck it all, fucking no regrets. I hit the light on these dark sets. Put down your noose. I'll hang myself, saying anger around my deck. Cool. I feel my world shake like an earthquake. Hard to see clear. As it me? Is it fear? Madly in anger with you. 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 That sounded risky. So there are 2 verses in this? Question mark? It's just like the same shit over and over again? Wait, do we want to... Let's see. What does Genius have? Anger can be as if not more destructive than having a rope around your neck. At the same time, anger can be useful and is rarely thought of in that way. Okay. What are the chances of those songs being written while high? You don't mean light weed? That's a good question. The worst part of the album is them trying to chase kind of trendy new metal sounds. It just comes off as a touch of boomers. Yeah, so I noticed, like, in the little bit that I heard, like, the intro played, and I was like, yeah, they're going crazy with the instruments. That's what I like from Metallica. And then it like actually turned into like rap rock, and it scared me because I was not prepared for it. Notice how his voice changes in the song during this line. This is the anger speaking, telling James that he flushes out his anger and suppresses him from being who he really is. In live versions, this other voice is provided by lead guitarist Kirk Hammett. What? This is the anger speaking, telling James that he flushes out his anger and suppresses him from being who he really... What does this mean? What does that mean? Wait, fuck it all, no regrets. What does that mean? Damage Inc., the final track of Master of Puppets, features the line, fuck it all and fucking no regrets, never happy ending on these dark sets. This is sort of an homage to that. There's also a reference to an even older song from their album, Kill 'Em All, Hit the Lights, with the line, I hit the lights on these dark sets. Okay, cool. This annotation is unreviewed. Let's take a peek. He needs somebody's voice to let himself free from such destructive anger. He flushes it all right. You damn right, brother. As stated earlier, anger is just as destructive as a rope around the neck if it isn't controlled. Calling it a medallion noose here is saying just that. Of course it is. Of course. It's like listening to someone try to explain Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm madly in anger with you. This line could be compared to love. Something you not only feel for someone, but something that is a part of you that you share with someone or something. Like as if you feel anger for someone or something in a way that is better to you, that is to better you or them. This line might be said this way to emphasize its meaning and its negative value. They used the wrong "it's," man. Oh, genius. That's not very genius at all. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Line might be said this way to emphasize its meaning and its negative value. I'm madly in love with you versus I'm madly in anger with you. Ooh. Such cutting insight. Wow. How did I not think of that before? Wowzers. Holy cannoli. Okay, so what is this? This also can be compared to love. Love must be healthy and Love must be healthy and cannot control someone. He wants his anger to be himself, not something fake and ruthless. He wants it to be something beautiful. He doesn't want to share it with someone because he knows it'll end up ugly, like when he hits the lights on these dark sets. What are you talking about? We need a genius for the people breaking down the lyrics. Dude, what are they talking about, man? What the fuck is this? What is that? What do you mean? What does any of this mean? This doesn't make any sense. I want my anger to be healthy. I want my anger just for me. I need my anger not to control. I want my anger to be me. And I need to set my anger free. 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 Set it free. He simply feels like a master of puppets in a lightning storm. It's true. He needs to ride it. He simply feels like the Sandman entering. Yeah, like this fucks me up the most by far. Because what do you mean? Yeah, sure. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? He needs some fuel, maybe some fire. That which he desires. That which I desire. I feel like this I thought that Genius, the point of this website was a breakdown of lyrics by the lyricists, not by random dicks on the internet. This is actually upsetting me. That this is what this website is. I've never been here. I've never looked at this website before. But this is some of the most asinine garbage that I've ever heard in my life. He wants his anger to be himself, not something fake and ruthless. He wants it to be something beautiful. The quality varies depending on the fan base and artist. That's fair. Probably shouldn't ever again either. TPH. All right, hold on. Let's take I did wait. No, that's not what it's called. I'm thinking of this Disturbed song. Shit. Why? I'm not gonna remember what it is now. No offense, that's not their song. Inside the Fire. There we go. Let's take a look. Okay, what do we have to say about some Disturbed? All right. Some hip hop artists have some good insights. That I would believe. Ooh, Devin won't go to heaven. She's just another lost soul about to be mine again. Leave her. We will receive her. Devin refers to vocalist David Draymond's ex-girlfriend who committed suicide. However, it's unknown whether or not her name actually was Devin. More likely, that name is used as it rhymes with heaven. That is true. What? What do you mean? Devin killed herself just saying you're going to heaven. And says the song is about devil talking to him while he's standing over her body. She's about to go to devil. Yeah, okay. What makes you feel so strongly, Hoop? That is not, I was not prepared for that. And I would like to have a calm, informal discussion about that, about the strength of your words. Ooh, Devin, among 11. They do have a YouTube channel where they interview the actual artists and just have them acapella the lyrics. It's pretty awkward. See, like, that's what I thought, Pingo. That's when I think of Genius, I think of that first and then the website. Kamzi locates his metal baseball bat. I'm about to go fucking metal bat on your ass, brother. But yeah, like, that makes sense to me when you talk to the actual artists and, like, get their insights. This is fucking stupid. Lead singer autographed an Israeli missile. What, David? Okay. That one's fair enough then. All right. Well, that makes me sad. Let's see. Is my favorite male vocalist of all time up to no good? Oh. Oh. Wait, that's cool as shit. I didn't know he was back. That's awesome. I like the way Disturbed sounds. Also, that's a good song. Adam Gontier. How do we all feel about 3 Days Grace? What are our thoughts on 3 Days Grace? Because Adam Gontier, this dude right here, look at this fucking guy. Look at this dude. Look at this man. He probably has my favorite voice that I can think of off the top of my head of any singer I listen to on a regular basis. I like him the best. Like a couple tracks, you dig a few tracks, fair enough. Mine was Chester B, and we all know what happened there. Yes. Were they in a few WWE games? That's a good question. 3 Days Grace, WWE. There you go. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. There you go. Animal I've Become, I actually learned of the first time in, I want to say, was it SSX Tricky? Because I think... Was it this or was it something else? No, this was at a different friend's house. Animal I Have Become game soundtrack. Here we go. Okay. NASCAR karaoke, SVR 2007 karaoke. Oh, maybe it was Shaun White. I think it was Shaun White snowboarding is probably what it was. This was my first introduction to 3 Days Grace. Feel any artist in that SmackDown vs. Raw era has your seal of approval? I don't blame you. We got, God, Jesus fucking Christ fandom. Nonpoint, I don't actually know. Or I don't know the name at least. 3 Days Grace, hell yeah. Versus the World, and Versus the World, I don't know if I know. Bullets and Octane, I don't know if I know. Blackstone Cherry sounds familiar. Little Scrappy featuring Young Buck is a little funny. Allele is Genetics. Rise Against, Killer. Ghostface, Killa. And Godsmack. Godsmack is a crazy pull. What's up, Cursive? What a time for you to join in, my friend. How you doing? That's adorable. I love that. Rise Against is fucking awesome, man. Tony, Jesus God. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't with fandom. Holy shit. All right, let's look at some Rise Against lyrics while we're here. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Nope, not this one. I think it was I think it was Savior. It kills me not to know this, but I've all but just forgotten what the color of her eyes were, and her scars, or how she got them. Good shit. You missed the Saint Anger talk. Yes, you did. Doing well. Just wanted to pop in before you head off to go shopping. Some folks are doing well. Hope folks are doing well. Hell yeah. You'll be lurking. You're so focused on the emote, you lost track of time. It happens, man. I get it. It looks good, though. It looks really good. I love it. Fucking Derplin. New emote is always hype. That's for damn true. The protagonist can't remember what an old girlfriend looked like. That is, again, cutting insight. Truly cutting insight. Okay, well, okay, whatever. I can't with that. Anyways, before I get too engrossed and want to listen to music, but yeah, we went over the lyrics of Saint Anger, and we learned a lot of really important things. Like the fact that anger is beautiful and it's meaningful. But if you don't use it right, it can be bad. Don't use it wrong, that could be bad. Feel like you won't get good insight outside of a select few artists? Definitely not. I have a sneaking suspicion you're probably right. And to not let anyone else kill you but yourself. True, yes. Definitely don't let anybody else kill you, guys. If you're gonna die, do it yourself. I mean, don't. I mean, don't. But, like, if you're gonna die anyways, do it yourself. You know? That's that's what we learned. But no, I think for me, back to the original topic, the reason why we even got on this in the first place. For me, the lyrics of a song are not usually very important because I often don't entirely understand what they're saying. For me, it just matters how it sounds, how the song sounds, and whether I like the way it sounds. And then I learned the lyrics to sing, but even then, I don't think of them as words that have meaning. I just think of them as sounds that sound nice, you know? So there are things like how it sounds and feels, exactly. So, my thing with Disturbed, I like Disturbed a lot. There's the middle of their track range, 10,000 Fists through Immortalize, I would say is their best work. Everything before and after I don't love. But I like the way it sounds, and it sounds fun, and I enjoy it. So I like it. I don't know what they're talking about most of the time. It's usually a lot of weird, I am the best, I'm a warrior, and I'm gonna kill you shit, and whatever, I don't care. Same thing with Five Finger Death Punch. Their lyrics are actually kind of terrifying. I really don't like their lyrics for the most part. There are some that I do legitimately enjoy, but a lot of the time the lyrics are not my cup of tea. But I like the way the music sounds, so I listen to it. Akin to Bob Dylan. Yes, exactly. Bob Dylan, notorious for writing songs about being a powerful god man. I'm a fucking warrior and I'll fucking kill you. Exactly. Bob Dylan. Very well known for that. Oh, fuck. What was the Bob Dylan song at the beginning of the Watchmen movie? I like that song. Shit. Oh, this is gonna piss me off. I'm sorry. We're going back. I'm going back. I gotta figure this out. Watchmen soundtrack. The times they are changing. I do actually like that song quite a bit. I haven't listened to that in fucking years, man. Damn. The times they are changing. Hold on, I'm going to listen to this just for a second. I'm not going to let you hear it because, again, I don't want to get... Can I get DMCA'd by Bob Dylan? I'm guessing it's probably still copyrighted, right? I just need to listen to a second of it. No, I'm just going to do it on my phone. I just need to hear a second of it. Okay, here we go. Bob will hunt you down personally. Oh God. Oh yes, okay. There we go. That's what it is. Yes, I like that song. Actually, let me. Boop boop. That's going on the oldies playlist. Yes, please. All right. Bob will straight up, will literally rise from his grave and he will eat me. But no, I like that song. That's a good song. Isn't he dead? I thought Bob Dylan was dead. Is he not dead? I thought he was dead. Gotta wait like 40 more years for it to enter the public domain. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, is he not? Shit, I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to do you like that, bro. I thought you were older than that. Bob Dylan. Hold on. Oh, he's 84. Okay. So he's old, but he's not, I should be dead old. Okay. Jacob, Anna, Jesse, Maria, Sam, Desiree, Gabrielle. God, why does he have so many kids? He's 5'7", haha. What is Bob Dylan's diagnosis, huh? He got histoplasmosis. Curious. Ha, what does Bob Dylan do now? He has a new album released in 2023? What? He's still performing really good? Oh, shit, all right. You know, honestly, fuck it. Good for him, man. That's awesome. Timothée Chalamet will take up the mantle of Bob. Timothée Chalamet is my favorite actor. I love Timothée Chalamet. I knew Tomb Raider would teach us about history. I didn't expect this kind of history. No, next tomb we're going to be raiding is in the American, what's it called? Library of Congress. He releases regularly? I mean, same, but, like, I'm not 84. That's even more impressive. I'm trying really... I'm trying really hard not to give myself a giggle fit over my own joke. Wow. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. I release regularly is such a real sentence. Dude, I release regularly is going to be on my fucking tombstone. All right? On the goddamn daily. That's what you guys don't understand about me. All right? You don't understand what I've got going on. Because I have transcended so far beyond the comprehension of mortals, I can goon and release at the same time. Mine's just going to say finally achieved his dream. Damn, that's crazy. But fair. Not as much as Bob, true. Bob is the master of releasing. Bob has been releasing for 84 fucking years, and since the second he was born. I have not reached that level of release, but I have reached a balanced nirvana. All right? A balanced nirvana of releasing and gooning. That sounds horrific, actually. I feel like if you are birthed and then are immediately capable of releasing, that's probably a problem. I shall be released as a whole new meaning. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, bro. Happy to help. Oop, deny. Dishes time. When I come back, I expect to see Lara in a different spot. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. If these goofy goobers keep me too occupied, we may never play this game again. I may boot it up every week until the end of time. And by goofy goobers, I'm actually including you, Viper, because this one was kind of your fault, I think. I don't remember why, but I think it was. No, actually, Hoop's the one who brought up fucking Saint Anger. Now, this was Hoop's fault. This one was Hoop's fault. I think most artists from the 60s and 70s are still around or releasing stuff, but no one really cares. That I would believe that. I feel like they're... Is who I'm saying? I know I corrected myself. I'm sorry. Need to catch myself bringing up Saint Anger. Yeah. You can't unleash that willy-nilly. You need to be tactical with that. That's too powerful. It happens all the time. I bet it does. Go into somebody's chat and you just seethe. You just immediately start seething about Saint Anger. I don't blame you. But, I feel like there are a lot of artists that, like, my parents grew up listening to, that if they are still around and still making music, my parents probably know that and pay attention to it, and they are the people who care, and that's it. It's a good punchline when people are talking about music. Every time anybody is talking about anything related to music, you say, hey, you heard about Saint Anger, though? You guys like Saint Anger, though? How about that Saint Anger, though? Just drop it on them. See what they say. You know what? Okay, you know what I actually want to do? I want to... all those people on YouTube who somehow have a channel that's based entirely around listening to an album and then being like, yeah, man, this shit slaps, 10 out of 10. Those people, those fucking idiots? I want one of them to live stream and then have everybody in the chat try to make them listen to Saint Anger and then say, we will never watch you again if you don't. And then if they don't, then they never watch them again and they meant it. That's what I want. Because I want them to listen to it and understand. Because I don't. I understand that one song, but not the full album. And now I'm curious, but I don't want to be curious because I know it's going to be bad. I don't want to participate in that. But now I'm too curious not to. Curiosity killed the cat, and the cat killed the pea, and I am the pea. If the cat dies, I die. All right? So I can't be getting curious. Curiosity popped to the pea. You were in an Air stream and someone asked what his favorite Michael Jackson song is and someone in the chat said Saint Anger. So it literally is just like actually anything. Just bring up Saint Anger instead. That's kind of peak. I enjoy jokes like that. If you can find a way to make it work kind of whenever. It's like fucking Loss. Oh my god, dude. Loss makes me so upset and that makes it so much funnier. Like, as soon as I learned what Loss was... Hold on. I'm sorry. I was actually going to play the game today, but I need everyone to understand this, all right? I need everybody to understand this. If you don't know what Loss is, okay? This is Loss. Feel like there are a few media things that their existence is a joke? Yeah. No, 100%. Like, there are some things that just turn into jokes because of how ridiculous they are. Like, conceptually. Like, the story of this, for anybody who does not know Loss, this was a comic by I guess, kind of famous webcomic writer And this one right here has been memed into fucking oblivion because it doesn't make any sense. It is so random and out of pocket. So you will see a lot of the times, if you see anything with 4 panels, pay attention to the structure of the objects in those panels. If it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, it's loss. All right? Let's take a look. Loss, also known as cadbortion. What? First, an iconic cartoon strip from the video game-themed webcomic series Control-Alt-Delete, in which the female lead suffers a miscarriage. The dramatic tonal shift for the series was unexpected and for many readers unsuccessful, leading to the strip being widely mocked online. In the decades since its release, it became the subject of widespread mockery amongst its readers and has since been widely parodied in a minimalist interpretation of the strip's 4 panels, represented as that. Right? Yeah. On June 2nd, 2008, Buckley posted a strip titled Loss, in which the female lead Lila suffers a miscarriage. The strip marked a significant change in tone from the usual comedic comic, and the poorly executed drama of the comic spurred Control-Alt-Delete's significant anti-fandom to mockery. After the strip was posted, many notable webcomics began parodying the comic and its final panel in particular, including Hijinks Ensue, Cyanide and Happiness. That's crazy. I've never seen this before, actually. Stop, look. Oh, that's just the whole page, okay. Bigger Than Cheese, Eager Hilarity Comics, Fanboys, and Slackers. Other notable internet persona to mock the comic include Ben Yahtzee Croshaw of Zero Punctuation and Schmorky from Something Awful's Flash Tub. I don't know what any of that meant. Find my artists do tonal whiplash, things like that, to be so fascinating. Yes. Because, like, Control-Alt-Delete, that, like this. This is so funny. Like, 2018. That sounds about right. These motherfuckers, man. Exactly. Like, I don't know much about Control-Delete, but I remember seeing some panels here and there and thinking that it was, it was neat enough. And then fucking this. This just shows up out of nowhere. And everyone is like, what the fuck happened? Like, what are you talking about? It's just such a weird, like, jarring shift. It's so out of left field. It has nothing to do with anything else that the comic has ever been about. And, like, if you look at it like this, you understand the stories to some extent. Like, this is pretty clear something to do with a baby probably. But, like, this face, this face, this face, this face, what is this reaction? Like, this whole thing is crazy and should not have happened. I don't understand how this came about. I don't understand how the guy got away with making this and published it and thought it was a good idea. I have no idea. But it is so funny how much it gets made fun of. And yeah, you're right. It's definitely, it feels like they get successful doing something that they feel isn't legit. So then they try to do something legit. And then it flops really bad because it's not more legit. It's completely different from what you're already doing and what the entirety of your fan base expects. And then it comes off as really weird and jarring. Like that's just not, there's no downside to trying something new, but you can't just like drop it like that in the middle of something with no warning. Of course you're going to get backlash on that. Think he thought he had the skill to pull off something like that? 100%. I mean, he definitely did. He was pretty successful as a webcomic. Like, it's not like he wasn't well known and was trying to get more eyes on his product, He just decided he wanted to do something else, and it was so weird. They're passionate about having a powerful moment, they lose sight of the context. Yeah. That's a problem with a lot of stories in general. Like, I'll use WWE as an example because they're doing this a lot right now. The idea of foregoing a well-structured and well-told story for the sake of having a singular moment that will be remembered more than everything else because they want people to remember something makes everything else about the product worse and is not worth it. If you want somebody to remember something you make it good. If you want somebody to remember a piece of something you made, sure. But if I see a clip of a show and I'm like, wow, that looks awesome, and then I go and I look up the show and I see that everybody gives it a 2 out of 5 and they're like, yeah, the shit sucked except for that one scene, I'm not going to watch it. But if I see a scene and I go, oh, that looks pretty neat, and then I look it up and everyone gives it a 5 out of 5 and they're like, yeah, the show's amazing, this one scene is the most popular for this reason, I'll be like, cool, I'm going to go watch that instead. They don't really think it out, so they just vomit it out. Yeah. There's no planning. It's not supposed to be cohesive. It's supposed to be shocking and memorable. But it's pointless because either it is unrelated to everything else that you've done that actually is popular, in which case people will tell you that they don't like it and you shouldn't have done it and get upset at you for doing it, or it'll be legitimately better than everything else you've ever done, and then people will look at it and then look at everything else you've ever done and go, what the fuck, why this, how did you even do this, you suck, and then not look at any of the other stuff anymore. There's no upside to doing it like that. It's silly. It's silly and it's dumb. And it's weird, because you would think that you would want to be remembered for making something good. But apparently not. But what do I know? I'm just a silly little guy. I'm just a silly little goom. I'm just a silly little goom on the internet. Okay, so that... I feel like that brings me into a room I don't want to be in. So let's do this one. Now they're probably even more famous. Oh, they definitely are. But, like, again, it's not like they weren't already. That's the thing that I don't understand, is they were already famous. They were a well-known comic. Like, it's not... Oh, hello. Excuse me, Mr. Gator. Please don't eat my ass like that. Alright, get me up there. Maybe not with how memes work. Like, who would even look into that meme? I mean, yeah, if I didn't already know that it, like, if I didn't recognize the guy's art style, I would not have thought that that was, like, a change in tone from some shit. I wouldn't have thought that that was somebody, like, changing it up and doing something weird. I would have just thought that that's how the guy makes his comics. And it still wouldn't make any sense, but, like, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. Where'd you go, Mr. Alligator? Maybe crocodile? I don't know. But yeah, it's just, it has become funny because of what it is, as opposed to anything about it actually being good. Or interesting, or worth thinking about in any real capacity. The origins become so diluted? Yes. Spooked me for my stupor. The screen started moving. Sorry about that, Saltware. I didn't mean to wake you, buddy. Okay, I didn't think so. Why is this one so much taller? Also, where's that freaking propagator? Is there actually anything in here? I don't think so. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a creative, right? I'm not an artist, really, of any kind. But I would love to be if I had the, skills to do so. And I just can't wrap my head around people who would rather make a poor piece of art when they could just just not do that. When they could just make something better instead. Maybe that's just me. Oh, I suck. I saw him in there. I saw his little gator ass. Where are you, brother? Okay, I'll take it. Okay, I can live with that. Well, it's hard to tell when you're creating stuff if it's actually good or shit. I mean, that's also true, but like, I would rather make something that I think is legitimately good. Because, like, okay. Whoops. You are right, and that is extremely fair. He made that because he thought it was good. So I can't fault him for that. But I feel like there are basic conventions to follow, and people just actively choose to disregard them. And again, it's not like innovating is a bad thing. But if you're just going completely opposite just because, like, that's not gonna make it good. You know, that's you're not gonna make anything good because it's different. Like, that's not how it works. It needs to actually be good. Maybe don't alienate your audience. Exactly. I feel like that. Lara, please. Unless it's interesting. Yeah, don't alienate your audience unless it's worth it. Come on, Lara. Go a little faster, please. Alright, come here, little motherfucker. Damn. Homeboy is slippery. Get over here. Damn, where the fuck did he go? He just disappeared into the ether. There he is. Stand right here and wait for him. That's not what I wanted, Lara. Please. Dummy dumbass. Dude, he was right there. What are you doing? I know he's down there somewhere. I know he is. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh, I saw him there just for a second. There we go. Got him. All right. Waiting for Vamp to jump out of the water. I'm waiting for... Ooh. Big money. I don't know what that's for, but I'll take it. Alright, so now the real question is, do I remember where to go? I think I probably go back through that first one. Where was I? Where did I come in from? I thought it was over here, but maybe it's not. Oh, gimme. Okay, no. There we go. Alright, easy as pie. So now we got ourselves a key. Now let's go down this way. I ain't fucking around today, brother. Ska-chunk. Ooh, okay. That looks interesting. Where's that? Where's that, I wonder? Yeah, nope, can't do anything about that. Didn't think so. And let's do one of these. Yay! Okay. I guess I do actually have to go over this way? Question mark? Oh, wait, yeah, no, I can reach that. There it is. That's not what I meant. I meant for you to grab the Widow health pack, Wawaquaft. Grab the health pack. There we go. Alright. I don't know why I'm doing so much goo goo gaga today. Alright, up we go. And then up we go. And then we make a straight shot for it. Yee. Now this is mighty suspicious. Okay, there we go. Is there anything in here? Aha! Mm-hmm! I knew it! I knew it! Alright, how's my health looking? We'll use a health pack. Why not? Want to get a little cleaned up there. Oh, that wasn't as far as I thought. All right. Okay. All right. So now the question is, where do I go from here? Because I'm guessing I go back through the way I came in. And there's something over there. Although, yeah, no, it's not a lever. Never mind. All right, let's see. Ooh, hello. Is that this one? Ooh. What have we here? You okay? Hey, what's up, Carbs? How we doing? How are we doing, my friend? Hoo-ah! Hold on just a second. Never mind. Hoo! Alright, is there anything in here? Yes, of course. Get to get them Magnum rounds for my Magnum dong. Or my Monster dong. I haven't watched Always Sunny in a very long time. Okay, that doesn't work. How we doing, Carbs? How was your day? Very curious. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's go back. Every time you watch this game, you keep thinking to yourself, you can totally do a backflip like that despite having never practiced. Yeah, dude, just do a 12-foot backflip. You got it, I believe. Just send it. You can do it. Alright, I think... Hey, what? One more? Gotta have the leg freedom with the shorts. True. Yeah, that's not an everyday outfit type of maneuver. You gotta make sure you have as much flexibility as your body allows. Come from the school of Cena jorts. Let's go. Alright. What do we got up here? Let's put on the magnums. Got a lot of magnum bullets, so that should be fine. Jesus fucking Christ. Stick graphics? Damn. Ooh. Wait, this is a cool room. What is this? This is neato. I like this. And if you see the movie did way back, The Marine, I unfortunately have not seen The Marine, but I want to. I've been so impressed with his acting recently, you're tempted to go back and watch it. I feel like The Marine is not gonna be what you're hoping. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a try. What the fuck was that? Ooh. Wait a second. What have we here? Huh? Wait. No, there's no way I can gimmick that. All right. Also, thank God this was actually here. Because I could have just died. Okay, now let's go up here and I'm going to save. Later, remember at the time you thought Cena trying to act was a dumb idea. Now you your words. I mean, at the time, I feel like it kind of was. Like, no offense to any pro wrestler getting, trying to be an actor, but, like, they're not, it's not the same thing. But there are the wrestlers who are kind of built for it. Like Kevin Nash in The Longest Yard. Rock seems to give a good performance in Smashing Machine. Oh, Rock's the only wrestler who turned acting into a good, except maybe Andre. Batista. My man Batista. Big Batista. And Kevin Nash in the King of Fighters movie. That one I'm going to have to take your word on. Oh, back in the day. Yes. Okay. Back in the day, 100% fair. There's no way I make that, right? Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the lulz, baby. Yeah, I didn't think so, but it was worth a try. Okay. Can't escape the ads for that new Rock joint where he's a Baki character or whatever. That's the one we're talking about, I think. I mean, honestly, I hope it's good. Not because I care about The Rock doing, succeeding as an actor, but just because it sounds interesting. Dead or Alive movie? That's even scarier. If Rock joined a Baki live action adaptation, you take back every slander you've said. If The Rock... Well, who would he play? Would he play Oliver? Oliver. Or is that racism? Okay, actually now, you know what? We're rabbit holing again. I need to see what the hell we're talking about. Kevin Nash DOA. God, fandom fuck all the way off, man. This is... Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pull this up so you guys can look at it. This is crazy work. The Rock needs to be the meme where he bandaged up in the hospital without a body, whoever that dude is him. You know Uwe Boll is still mad he didn't get his hands on DOA? Of course. What's up, hero? Welcome in. This is crazy work, though. What is this? Let's take a look at the cast. Jamie Presley is Tina Armstrong. Sarah Carter is Helena Douglas. Devon Aoki is Kasumi. Holly Valance is Christy. Eric Roberts is Donovan. Eric Roberts was in this? What? Dude, first thing I thought of, too, is fucking Charlie's Angels. I thought for sure. Kana Kasugi as Ryu. Looking like a fucking tweaker. Kevin Nash was Bass Armstrong. Bass or Bass, actually? Eric Roberts is collecting a paycheck. Is it Kane or Kane? I keep thinking it's Kane, but Liu Kang, hell yeah. God, dude, he's fucking terrifying me. Steve Howie, I recognize him. Brian J. White, is that Michael J. White's son? Question mark. Colin Chu, Silvio Simac, also looking like a tweaker. This is a crazy, crazy picture. Derek Boyer, Chad McCord. That's not a real person. That's not a real person. What's up, Viper? I don't know anything about DOA, just so you're aware. That's hilarious. Are you for real? That's the funniest shit in the world. I could actually so see that. Ew. What is this stance? Ew. This is the best. Oh, he's a pro wrestler? Oh, never mind. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And of course you're going to get Kevin Nash. Oh, this guy? Ralph Armstrong? The movie was abhorrent, but the actual fighting games were fantastic. Used to be your favorite franchise before they ran to the ground fan service and DLC. I still want to play Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. I still want to find a way to play that. It's Ralph Armstrong from Detroit Jazz Fest. Make a movie about that guy. Yeah, man. Look at this dude. This guy knows something that we don't. Look at this. This dude knows something for sure. Look at that. Look at how vascular he is. This is a man who understands the physical toll of playing an instrument. Fretless brother, that's how you know he's powerful. You're damn right, dude. Look at this clean, completely clean. That's a man right there. That's a full-size man. This dude fucks and slaps the bass. Damn right. Hold on. Now I kind of want to... Hold on. I want to look this guy up. What's his name? Ralph Armstrong. All right. It's an interesting shape, my friend. Yes. Look at this dude. Yeah, this guy knows what's up, man. This guy for sure knows what's up. Mahavishnu Orchestra's Ralph Armstrong? What? Shades just appears on your head. Base, the character, also loves his daughter Tina to a questionable degree. He went as far as to name his motorcycle after her. That is, unfortunately, a very common Japanese gimmick of loving your family member just a little too much. I'm not a fan. Hold on. Is Ralph Armstrong copyrighted? Damn. I don't know if this is the same Armstrong, but I'm going to assume it is. You see someone wear a beret, you always just assume they know what's up. I mean, that's a tough look. Like, look at this dude. This guy, I'm telling you, man, he knows something we don't. Why would you Google that? Well, because I wanted to listen to him. I wanted to see what he sounded like. I wanted to hear his tunes. Sooniest place for... I don't know who he is. I don't know what he does. Besides, you know, slap hard and fuck a lot. He slap and fuck. Indeed. Indeed. 2025 JJA Jazz Hero. Ralph Armstrong. This dude is for real, man. That's cool as shit. What? My friend the Queen from her court jester Ralph Armstrong? What? What? What am I looking at? What is this? Is there some beef? Is there some sort of hidden lore behind our man Ralph Armstrong? Hold on. This is a different Ralph, though. Okay, let's go. Ralph Armstrong is claiming copyright infringement on a song he recorded in the 70s. Okay. That doesn't seem like much of a controversy, though. Base of Doom? What? What is this? Is this a fic? I'm still just stunned by that image. Why would someone make that? What, this one? Yeah, there has to be some kind of beef somewhere in the lore of Ralph Armstrong, but I cannot, in the brief research that we've done so far, I cannot quite seem to figure out what it is. Yeah, no, there's something extra going on here, and I want to figure out what it is. Now that's fusion. Everybody got to start somewhere with graphic design. True. Tribute album to Aretha Franklin. But, like, this seems, like, targeted against him. Right? Like, this seems mean. Hold on. Let's look this up. My friend the Queen from her court jester Ralph Armstrong. Okay. Wait. Okay, no. Okay, never mind. It's a book by him. Okay, we're fine. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this was him. This was him. Let's look at the ratings. This book really shows the respect, admiration, and loving real-life friendships with one of Aretha Franklin's longtime bass players, Ralph Armstrong. I love all the pictures. Takes us on a wonderful journey and truly shows her humanity. Displays how giving and loving the great Aretha Franklin truly was. I highly recommend this book. It really shows a different side of Miss Franklin. It displays her incredible kindness, humanity, and her mutual love and respect for one of the greatest bass players in the world, Mr. Ralph Armstrong. Okay, that's cute. That's even more boggling. My son said he knows Photoshop. Yeah, no, dude, like, if I went to anybody's anything and I saw this, I would be immediately confused and concerned, because this looks like something that somebody made purposely as a shit post. Like, this looks like a shit post. I might buy this for my dad, actually. How much was it? Oh, never mind. Not for $40. Ralph, come on. I like how you assume someone else but him approved that. That was boomer dad energy written all over it. Something you would see on Facebook. So that's fair. I don't use Facebook, and I haven't since I was in middle school. So I am very much out of date. But you are right saying that. I see what you mean. This was him like putting it together and thinking it came out really, really good. So that's fair enough. Also, let's look up Fuck Dead or Alive. Let's take a look at Aretha Franklin. Let's do a brief history of Aretha Franklin. How did he accidentally crop half of the jester hat? Hold on, let's get a closer view. Let's get a closer look. That's a good question. Or not giving a fuck, true. This is some prime Jake. Much more impressive than a prompt. Oh, yeah. That's powerful. That's powerful stuff. I love that. Everything about this screams port taste, and that's what makes it beautiful. Oh, yeah. No, this is high quality art. This is high art. This is Louvre stuff. We should be seeing this in museums, all right? Aretha Franklin was an American singer, songwriter, and pianist. Honored as the Queen of Soul, she was twice named by Rolling Stone magazine as the greatest singer of all time. Damn, let's go, Aretha. As a child, Franklin was noticed for her gospel singing at New Bethel Baptist Church in Detroit, where her father, C.L. Franklin, was a minister. At the age of 18, she was signed as a recording artist for Columbia Records. That's crazy. While her career did not immediately flourish, Franklin found acclaim and commercial success when she signed with Atlantic Records in 1966. Wow! That's I don't know a lot about Aretha Franklin. That is an impressive year for a black woman to sign a record deal. That's crazy. Obviously, like 20 years earlier would have been crazier, but there she recorded significant hit albums such as Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, Lady Soul, and Aretha Now in the late 1960s, and Young, Gifted, and Black, nice, Amazing Grace, and Sparkle in the 70s, for experiencing problems with the record company. Franklin left Atlantic in 79 and signed with Arista Records, where her career was revised with the hit albums Jump to It, Who's Zoomin' Who, Aretha, and A Rose is Still a Rose. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Music industry peeps who come from gospel backgrounds always sound good. Gospel, I think, is an extremely successful foundation for vocals. I don't know why, because I'm not a vocalist. But you are definitely right, Carbs. I feel like gospel is an extremely strong place to start. From the Chains to the Stage would be a crazy header. Oh my God, it would. Jesus. Franklin is one of the best-selling music artists with more than 75 million records sold worldwide. She charted 112 singles on the U.S. Billboard charts, including 73 Hot 100 entries, 17 top 10 pop singles, 96 R&B entries, and 20 number one R&B singles. That's ridiculous. Her rendition of Respect has been referred to as her signature song, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Franklin is known for other hit singles such as You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Chain of Fools, Think, I Say a Little Prayer, Rock Steady, Daydreaming, Freeway of Love, and I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. A duet with George Michael. To name a few. She also made a feature appearance in 1980 musical comedy film The Blues Brothers. Oh, fuck. I do need to watch The Blues Brothers. That's right. What year is that from? So curious what the top 100 looked like back then. That's a good question. Quickly Google if Aretha's copywritten song. Can I listen to Aretha Franklin in my Twitch stream? What? What? No, you cannot listen to any music on Twitch without the proper rights or licensing. Using copyrighted music without permission can lead to your content being muted or taken down, receiving strikes against your account, potentially having your channel terminated. Oh my God. Random Garth Brooks Reddit post. Yeah. Can I listen to Aretha Franklin? Garth Brooks. Hold on. Will Garth Brooks' legacy be shortened by not having any YouTuber streaming content? Thoughts? Thoughts. We need thoughts. I need an answer to this. Just so you guys can see it for yourselves. Will Garth Brooks' legacy be shortened by not having any YouTube or streaming content? Thoughts, please. Everybody, I need to know. Going down a rabbit hole and seeing a fork in the tunnel right now. This is what we thought was a rabbit hole is actually a colony of giant ants. Let's find out. Is Phil Spector's legacy tainted by not having YouTube content? Sorry. Let's talk legacy destroying scandals in music. Ooh, okay. Did Phil Spector pull a gun on John Lennon? That's a good question. Let's find out. Amid the party atmosphere, Spector brandished his handguns and at one point fired a shot while Lennon was recording. In December, Lennon and Spector abandoned the collaboration. That's fair enough. I read that it's Phil Spencer and I was about to have a conniption. No, dude, his legacy was tanked a few days ago. His wig game ain't tainted. No, dude, look at this guy. Look at this dude. Sheesh. Wait, yeah, this is... Yeah, he seemed like he was a bit of a nut. Okay, wait, hold on. After the 1966 single River Deep Mountain High, an Ike and Tina Turner production that he considered his finest work to that point, failed to chart... That was a terrible sentence. Spector temporarily retired. He went into near total seclusion with stories appearing about his increasingly bizarre behavior. Interesting. What's up with Phil Spector? Phil Spector was a legendary but increasingly reclusive music producer who, after a storied career, was convicted of murdering actress Lana Clarkson in 2003 and died in prison in 2021 at the age of 81. He was known for revolutionizing music production with his wall of sound technique and co-producing significant works with artists like the Beatles and the Ronettes. But his later years were marked by erratic behavior, drug use, and seclusion leading up to the murder conviction. What? Also, what do you mean 19 years to life? Jeez, I thought we were still talking about Phil Spencer. Yeah, Phil Spencer back in 2003, he killed an actress. He went into total seclusion, he started doing drugs. That wouldn't surprise me, though. Who would win in a fight? Phil Spector versus Phil Spencer. Welcome back, Cursive. Based on our life histories and physical conditions, Phil Spencer would overwhelmingly win a fight against Phil Spector. The comparison is heavily one-sided due to Phil Spector's health issues and death in 2021 and Phil Spencer's significantly younger age and physical fitness. Okay, wait, hold on. So, okay. That is crazy. Wait, hold on. Okay. Current status, deceased. Fair. Alive. Currently the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Okay. He'd win because the other guy is dead. I mean, yeah. A fight was not possible after his health declined significantly in his 70s. What does that have to do with his age? Coughing corpse versus hydrogen bomb. Born in 1968, making him roughly 57 years old as of 2025. Okay, cool. Physical condition. This is the important part. In the last decades of his life, he was described as frail and reclusive due to erratic behavior and poor health. He suffered a traumatic head injury in 1974 that left lasting physical and mental damage. He spent his final years in a prison-run medical facility. Okay. As the head of a major gaming company, he is a healthy business executive in his prime. He is known to be a passionate gamer, but has no publicly documented history of serious, debilitating health issues. As the head of a major gaming company, he is a healthy business executive in his prime. As the head of a major gaming company, he is, therefore, a healthy business executive and also in his prime. What do you mean? Explain this. Phil Spencer, CEO of Mission Healthcare. Huh? Who would win the gaming gauntlet, though? Phil Spector for sure. If he doesn't know what he's going to do, you don't know what he's going to do. Yeah, no, I was going to say that they're hidden. Well, see, here's the thing. This Phil Spencer, they're talking about this Phil Spencer. Don't forget, head of a major gaming company. So this one knows what we're talking about. When I specify this one, it does not know what we're talking about. Exactly, Cursive. Good AI is so good. History of violence. Possessed a documented history of threatening others with guns. Was convicted of second-degree murder in 2009 for the 2003 shooting death of actress Lana Clarkson. Whereas Phil Spencer has no history of physical violence. His career is focused on business leadership and creative innovation in the gaming industry. Creative innovation is a way to put it. This right here leads me to think that there is a very honest chance that Phil Spector still might win. Because, as someone said before, it's not factoring in the firearm buff. Ultimately, a fight between the two is a theoretical exercise as it pits a healthy middle-aged man against a man who is both deceased and had been in poor health for many years. Thanks. I thought I was looking this up for real. I didn't think this was theoretical. I thought it was real. And I wanted you, Google AI, to give me truthful answers. That's why I came to you. Thank you. Phil Spector character select poses guns akimbo. We're wielding his fucking flintlocks. I know he's not that old, but I like to think. That's hilarious that this was a thing. This is not a question that can be answered factually, as Aretha Franklin and Ralph Armstrong were musicians, not fighters. A hypothetical winner is purely speculative. You ever heard Buy My Baby by the Ronettes? Phil Spencer all the way. All right, about Aretha Franklin. Phil Spector, there we go. Knows the Queen of Soul, yep. Died in 2018, that's a shame. There's no public information to suggest that she was trained or known for any sort of physical fighting ability, right? Ralph Armstrong is a renowned bassist who has played with major acts like the Mahavishnu Orchestra and Frank Zappa. He's still active as a musician and educator, and there's no public information to suggest that he has any training or reputation as a fighter. Conclusion. Any outcome would be impossible to determine based on available public knowledge. The question is a false premise based on comparing two figures known for their musical contributions rather than any fighting prowess. No, it is not a false premise, because I'm not asking if they would put on a well-formed, well-trained bout in the octagon. I'm asking who would win in a fight. This has nothing to do with them not being fighters. Have I ever played Super Fight? I've heard of it, I think. No. Yes, I've seen this before. I have not played it, but I wanted to. It's exactly like this premise. Wait, that's fucking awesome. You have a copy? It's so funny. Hell yeah. Honestly, I would be so down to play some of it. Okay, hold on. Does anybody here have Tabletop Simulator? Oh, fucking money, fellas. Hold on. Uh, 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 a tabletop simulator. Workshop. You play Magic the Gathering on it? Nice. No. That's not what I want. Damn. Oh. 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 There it is, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Is this super? If you have any issues, oh, did the game get officially added? Damn. Okay, wait, so hold on, what's this? Looks like a gambling table, kind of does. So, okay, let's see. So, Mox's custom version of Super Fight, all official decks from the workshop already mixed into 4 big decks. We got the 80s Dungeon Fortress Core Deck Expansion 2. I'm guessing these are probably... Oh, wait, no, these are... Oh, you need DLC. Fuck. Shit. Damn. That's such a shame. Oh, no, I don't want the fucking... I don't want that. I don't want the workshop anymore. I just want the store page. Oh, it's $8. Come on, man. Ooh, outfit 4 for Geef? Hold on. Hold on. Fuck you. Fuck you. What's up, Flo? That's such a shame, though. Because that sounds awesome. All right, who knows? Maybe I'll send it one day. Maybe I'll spend the money one day. All right, there we go. All right, not outfit 6.
My loyal fans! Look at this body of iron!
Oh, damn!
I'll take on all of you! It's time to get serious! This is your last try! Let's go!
Dude, I'm jamming right here. Yo, that shit was crazy. That was sick. That was cool as fuck. Bandai Namco lawsuit. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. No, that looks cool though. I'm honestly surprised at how like designed it was. Like I'm surprised it had so many fucking parts. But yeah, no, that looked cool as hell. I think that was fun. Very modern design, yeah. You can say Zangief is jacked. Okay, it came out a half hour ago. Never mind, I guess. Yo, that looks kind of hot, though. Oh, never mind. Street Fighter 5. But yeah, like this... Seeing that in-game, this looks crazy in-game. Don't look at that. This looks nuts in-game. I like watching that, then coming back to this screen. Yeah, man, who'd win the fight? Aretha Franklin or Ralph Armstrong? The Jetsons looking old Mecha Geef still clears me. Yeah, no, I will say that it is, for me, it's a little much. I think it looks awesome, but it looks a lot. Was that official? Yes, that is the official release. Also, you're right, Flo. Mecha Dumpy. Look at this man. Cheeked up. Oh, I love it. CERN systems? Suspicious. Think them painting the red accents isn't enough? There's just not a lot of them. Yeah. This looks a little fun. Also, why are they like here? Also, why does he have a thong? That's a little scary. I don't know how I feel about that. Probably gonna get a CERN Geef fight in the hub too. Oh, true. A Mecha Geef CERN fight. That'd be cool as shit, actually. I didn't even think about that, but you're probably super right, Viper. Okay. I like that. I fuck with that. Capcom, where's my Ryu, Phil Spector, and Ken Ralph Armstrong outfits? Yeah, for real. Come on, guys. Ryu from Street Fighter as Phil Spector. Nothing. Sorry, man. It's level 3 just touch of death on Boss Geef? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Light and darkness in Street Fighter 6, huh? That's Street Fighter 5, though. What? What is that? Five does have good costumes. 5 has great costumes. Like this one. And that one. And terrible ones? I mean, yeah. Birth of Hot Ryu. You damn right, brother. We love Hot Ryu in this house. Look at that. That's a Hot Ryu right there. Look at that. Woo! Sheesh. Muno Ken. The new live-action Street Fighter movie has an epic cast reveal. Ain't no way. Geef armor looks like Crisis armor? What about that? Banana Hair Ken lives on in our hearts. I will forever believe in Banana Hair Ken. Forever and ever and ever. Can't believe you're putting hope in that movie. I have no hope in that movie, and that's why I'm going to enjoy it. Look at that. 50 Cent actually did look good. From what little bits I saw, 50 Cent did legitimately look good. Hold on. $50 Cent. Like, this is low quality, but that's pretty all right. Yeah, 50 Cent. 50 Cent's playing Barlog. Like the blatant AI images in between, of course. Look at the ones where he's jumping the rope. Oh, yeah. If I can find an actually good one. 50 Cent. 50 Cent training for Street Fighter movie. Work hard when they hardly work and they'll be surprised at the outcome. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, yeah. I guess we should probably look up videos instead of There we go. I don't know what the audio is, so yeah, it's probably copyrighted. There's a new film coming out. Yes. Roman Reigns is Akuma, which means you know it's going to be bad. Oh, yeah, baby. He could stand to wear a belt, maybe, but I mean, he's clearly taking it seriously, and I appreciate him for that. Yeah. Oh, you know what I want to do is I want to see him do a final tap. All right, that's all. That's all I want to see. How are desperate Instagram accounts already taking freeze frames of the film and putting shitty inspirational quotes over them? I'm pretty sure they're grabbing stuff like from this, from him training. Entire cast is method acting and training in their respective regions. That would explain why Cody Rhodes is immediately back in the WWE. He had to go to America to learn how to flash kick. Whoever's playing Blanc is getting airdropped right into the eels. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Do you mean Jason Momoa? If he doesn't headbutt somebody and step on their Jordans, I'm going to be mad. True. He definitely needs to go full Dirty Bull. That goes kind of hard. That does actually go kind of hard. He looks great. All right, let's see. Aretha Franklin versus 50 Cent. Here we go. Okay, they listened this time. They just Shaka Blanc is actor in some dungeon they haven't seen sunlight in months. They just poured Nickelodeon slime on him and left him in there to bake in it. Like how it took so long to make that movie that his trailer ends with the Street Fighter V logo. Oh, yeah, man. While both are legendary in their respective fields, the rapper 50 Cent would overwhelmingly win in a physical fight against the late singer Aretha Franklin. The comparison is a mismatch due to significant difference in physical conditioning, age, and background. Okay. All right, so 50 Cent is 6 foot to Aretha Franklin's 5'5"-ish. He's maintained a famously muscular build through rigorous weightlifting and fitness regimens, especially during his music career, whereas Aretha's weight fluctuated throughout her life, sometimes exceeding 250 pounds. While she made efforts to lose weight and be healthier, she did not have an athletic build. Sure. For the age, 50 Cent was born in 1975, making him 49. And Aretha Franklin was born in 1942 and is dead. All right, so let's see. Relevant life experiences. Here we go. 50 Cent took up boxing as a teenager and has often referenced the sport in his music. His street smart reputation and personal history involving violence are well documented. He also has a physically imposing presence. Okay. 50 Cent has a history of extreme physical transformations for movie roles, including dramatic weight loss and gain, demonstrating significant discipline and resilience. True. By contrast, Aretha Franklin was an older woman who battled serious health issues in her later years, including pancreatic cancer. These health struggles would have significantly impacted her physical capabilities. That makes sense. Fight outcomes. All right. Based on his youth, size, fighting experience, and physical conditioning, 50 Cent is physically dominant and would subdue a physically overmatched Aretha Franklin with minimal effort. This is a purely hypothetical and unrealistic scenario. In a practical sense, it is meaningless to compare the physical combat skills of a world-famous soul singer with an entertainer known for his aggressive and physically intimidating persona. By contrast, 50 Cent's opponent is not among the living. We did one before of Phil Spector and Phil Spencer. And it literally said, it doesn't make sense that you would try to argue this because Phil Spector is fucking dead. and I was very taken aback. And he isn't afraid to hit woman. True. 50 Cent's taken a bunch of bullets before, so his HP might be too much. That's true. He's on the upper tier of health bars in the game. Would 50 Cent beat Franklin Ghost? Let's find out. Aretha Franklin's Ghost. In a fight between Aretha Franklin's Ghost and 50 Cent, the Queen of Soul's spear would almost certainly win. 50 Cent, as a living human, is vulnerable to the inherent supernatural abilities of a ghost, while ghosts are often immune to physical harm. The outcome of this fight would likely be determined by Aretha Franklin's spectral powers rather than 50 Cent's physical strength or fighting skills. What? Wait. A ghost's supernatural advantages. Okay. According to folklore and paranormal legend, a ghost has several decisive advantages over a human opponent. Okay. Intangibility. Number 1, intangibility. Aretha's ghost can phase through solid objects, making 50 Cent's physical attacks useless against her. Bullets, knives, or punches would pass straight through her form. Can. I would like to specify and draw attention to the word can, as in factually. Oh my god. Really got to play Super Fight. I think you'd really enjoy it. Dude, if we can find a way, I'm 100% down. If people would want to, I would spend $8 and get it in Tabletop Simulator. I would do that because this sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Sounds like 50 needs to learn Ice Fang. 50 needs to learn fucking he needs to learn Crunch. Ghost is super effective against, or Dark is super effective against Ghost for some reason. All right, Telekinesis. Telekinesis. As a poltergeist, nobody said she's a poltergeist. Don't put words in my mouth. Aretha's ghost could use her mind to move objects, throwing them at 50 Cent to inflict damage from a distance. But he's taken bullets before. So we know that he is resistant to projectiles. Don't forget 50 Cent has taken the Crystal Skull, so he gets that buff. There you go. Invisibility. A ghost can vanish and reappear at will, allowing Aretha to conduct surprise attacks or disorient her opponent. Okay. Ghost is a generalized title, no one specified what type. Right. But a poltergeist is a specific type. So I feel like they are cherry picking specific ghost powers and then applying them broadly while pretending like they're not by referencing the name. Is 50 a fighting normal type? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. I feel like he would be... No, I can't say that. Possession. In some lore, ghosts can take over the body of a living person, operating them like a puppet. With this ability, Aretha could simply possess 50 Cent and force him to surrender. Aretha could simply possess 50 Cent and force him to surrender. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay. Fear inducement. Ghosts can manipulate emotions since fucking when and induce immense fear in their victims, creating a sense of dread that would wear down 50 Cent's mental fortitude. I need a double check on that. I need a citation for that. Fear 50 ain't no bitch like that. That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't care how much fear inducement you have. 50's bigger than that, man. He's better than that. Forever Jar, Aretha Franklin, Super Fight. I'm going to remember that. She can and she will bend reality to her fucking will. What would happen if the greatest singer of all time possessed a modern day rapper? Well, obviously, she could simply possess the 50 Cent and force him to surrender. All right, 50 Cent's mortal limitations. Here we go. Let's look at the other side of this. While 50 Cent is known for his toughness and history as an amateur boxer, these qualities would be ineffective against a supernatural foe. His boxing skills and physical training would be worthless against an intangible opponent that cannot be hit. His past experience with violence would not prepare him for the psychological terror of fighting a non-physical entity. Standard weapons such as firearms would fail to harm his spirit. The path to victory for Aretha's ghost. Why is everyone like he has different mortal limitations than the rest of us? Because he has a past experience with violence, okay? And he has boxing skills and physical training, okay? Do you? Huh? Do you have boxing skills and physical training? Huh, mister? This is just the script for an entire death battle video. It really is. All right. The path to victory for Aretha's ghost. Aretha's ghost would likely win the fight by overwhelming 50 Cent with paranormal attacks he could not counter. Aretha could start by disorienting him with phantom sounds and flickering lights. Okay, off to a crazy start. She could then use her telekinesis to hurl objects at him from all directions. As 50 Cent becomes terrified and mentally exhausted, Aretha could finish the fight by either possessing him or simply driving him insane. That is metal as fuck, Aretha. Why is Aretha Franklin's ghost zoning his ass? Her defense is terrible, man. Defense is awful. This is a hilarious sentence, though. They're simply driving him insane. I love how much they're using the word simply. For 50 Cent to have any chance, he would need to abandon conventional fighting and turn to specific, less common anti-ghost strategies, such as using salt or holy objects to repel her. Even then, his success would not come from fighting skill, but from an understanding of paranormal lore. Ultimately, the fight would not be a contest of strength, but a supernatural confrontation in which 50 Cent is at a severe disadvantage. You have a strap for 50 to win. All right, Zen, lay it on us. I need to know how we keep our man in this. Fuck it, I'm back. I'm main Queen Franklin, Street Fighter 6. My man. He needs to end his own life to become a ghost himself. True. Don't let anybody kill you when you can just, if you can do it yourself. 50 Cent needs to protect his drive gauge. All right, hold on. Versus 50 Cent's ghost. Here we go. A definitive answer to who would win in a fight between Aretha Franklin's ghost and 50 Cent's ghost is not possible, as such a confrontation has no real-world parameters. What do you mean, no real-world parameters? You just gave me a fucking ton of parameters about 50 Cent being alive fighting Aretha Franklin ghost. Why does it not work anymore when he's a ghost too? That's some bullshit. That's some actual bullshit. Okay, wait. The case for okay, wait, never mind. They're coming back in. They're coming in with it. All right. The case for Aretha Franklin's ghost. The power of soul. Aretha Franklin was known as the Queen of Soul, a title that represents an immense, almost spiritual power over her domain. A ghostly version of this power could manifest as a soul-draining force, a sonic attack that could disrupt and disorient her opponent. She's literally just Silver Banshee. That's crazy. Commanding presence. In life, Franklin had a legendary commanding presence that could captivate an entire room. Her ghost form could amplify this, overwhelming 50 Cent's ghost with a transcendent energy field. She's just Sindel. She is. A bridge over troubled water. What? Franklin's ghost could also possess a benevolent spiritual side, as suggested by her powerful gospel-influenced music. She might be able to redirect or cross over her opponent's aggression with a force of peace and love. A kind of ghost Aikido! Explain. Ghost Aikido is not a recognized official style, but can refer to a hypothetical evasive martial artist that someone cannot hit. A specific move, like Murakumo Ghost Agency. What? Oh, movie, sorry. Murakumo Ghost Agency, a fictional item in a video game like Baby Aikido from Ghost Simulator. Ghost Simulator? Or vulnerability in the Ghost software package related to Aikido Intel. The term is not a standard martial arts term. It's likely a metaphorical description or a specific reference from a particular context. That is not helpful. That didn't explain anything. This is the craziest two words being put together I have ever fucking seen in my life. That is insane. Related images. Hold on. Related images. I'm sitting back down. I need this. Give me this. Okay. Eddie, Ghost of the Navigator. That makes sense. That tracks. Yep. Did Aretha Franklin know martial arts? It said before that she did not have any formal physical training. Especially since Aikido doesn't even work in real life against normal people. It's the fakest martial art ever. Oh yeah, no, Aikido is 100% bullshit. That just, this, I can't with that. That's too much. The strength of the collective. With a musical career spanning decades, Franklin has the weight of a vast and influential legacy behind her. She could potentially summon a chorus of spectral backup singers or an ethereal band to aid her in battle. What? All right. The case for 50 Cent's ghost. Here we go. Wait, hold on. I need to write this down. I need to okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have soul draining banshee scream, and we have ghostly presence, energy field. Okay. Ghost Aikido. Chorus of spectral backup singers. Okay. Okay. My poor uncle got scammed into an Aikido dojo for 2 years because he was a fan of Steven Seagal. Well, that's his fault. Telling you she's a Dark Souls boss, she summons minions. Don't forget Aretha Franklin, possession zoning. True. Oh, yeah. True. Telekinetic zoning, possession, and simply winning. Okay. 50's ghost. Here we go. All right, so what do we have for 50? All right, so the case for 50 Cent's ghost. Here we go. The intimidation factor. 50 Cent built his career on a tough, intimidating image rooted in his real-life history. His ghostly form would likely retain this aura, a menacing and street-smart specter that unnerves his opponent. Unnerving street aura. Fun fact, is completely forbidden to spar in Aikido dojos because it would immediately show you how much BS it is. Sick. I love that. I love that for them. The power of power. 50 Cent created and produced the TV show Power, which features the ruthless drug dealer Ghost. This might give his Ghost meta-narrative abilities, allowing him to rewrite parts of their encounter like a producer. What? Meta-narrative reality warping. That's pretty fucked up, actually. That's crazy. King Von's ghost would make for a better matchup. All right, hold on to that. We'll do that after this. Survivor instinct. Having survived a near-fatal shooting, 50 Cent's ghost could possess an unparalleled resilience and defiance. He is a ghost who has already proven he can overcome being shot 9 times, an advantage that makes him an extremely durable combatant. Okay. Highest health value in the game plus base super armor on most moves. There we go. Business savvy and cunning. As a ghost, 50 Cent would likely retain his business acumen and cunning. This might manifest in a less direct, more strategic approach to the fight, setting traps or exploiting his opponent's weaknesses. Business sense. There we go. Okay. Hang on, this might not be a wash, dude. No, 50 came out. He came out of fucking nowhere with the reality warping. That's nuts. Verdict. This matchup is a stalemate as it pits spiritual force against street level cunning. No, it doesn't. It pits spiritual force against spiritual force. What do you mean? Wait, 50 owns a fight. What? Yeah, I thought it was a Coke thing, but okay, so he invested in it. All right. Oh, actually, vitamin water sounds fucking baller right now. Holy cop out. Yeah, for real. Jesus. All right. Aretha holds the advantage in pure spiritual power. Her ghostly soul energy and commanding overwhelming presence could disarm and disorient her opponent. But 50 has the advantage in strategic combat and resilience. His tactical mindset paired with his real-world experience would make him an unpredictable and extremely hard-to-defeat foe. The Queen of Souls' raw power might win the day, but only after a cunning and grueling fight against a rival ghost who is exceptionally hard to put down. Okay. Okay, doesn't show up to the next stream. I'll be convinced he got jumped by ghosts. Aretha is actually going to come fucking haunt me for making me, for me doing this. Putting this out into the universe. Alright, so now we know that ghosts are on the table. So let's do... I mean, Spectre's even in the name, man. Like, come on. Okay, so a fictional supernatural fight between the ghosts of Aretha Franklin and Phil Spector is a battle between fundamentally different kinds of spiritual power. Based on their legacies, Aretha Franklin's ghost would likely win by a large margin due to the spiritual strength of her positive influence compared to Spector's destructive legacy. Interesting. Aretha Franklin's ghostly power, divine soul. She'll only haunt you if she loses. Probably true. She seems like a nice lady, though. Aretha Franklin's spirit would wield a powerful constructive force rooted in her music and influence. Hold on, I gotta add divine soul. Divine soul. There we go. The power of respect. Franklin's most iconic song, Respect, is a musical anthem of empowerment and demand for dignity. In the spiritual realm, this would manifest as a profound protective force field, allowing her to repel negative energy and assert her dominance with righteous authority. Dominance, asserting force fields. Vocal supremacy. She was known for her ability to own any tune and improve upon it, even over the original artists. Her ghostly voice would be a weapon of overwhelming sonic power, able to shatter Spector's constructs with pure soul. Spector's got constructs? Hold on. Well, I got capitalized. There we go. Okay. Like Green Lantern? He's got a fucking power ring? Are you kidding me? Franklin's gospel roots and connection to the church would grant her divine favor and ability to inspire and uplift other spirits. She would be able to rally a spectral army of all of those she empowered with her music, overwhelming Spector with sheer numbers and positive energy. I didn't even think of that. Church boosted spectral army. Is Aretha Franklin the most overpowered ghost ever? Phil Spector's ghostly power, chaotic hubris. Phil Spector's ghostly abilities would be a destructive and corrupting force, but ultimately self-defeating. Okay. Phil Spencer was gonna get folded. Dude, Phil Spencer was gonna get taken a fucking apart. That is crazy. This is nuts. The Wall of Sound. Okay. That's true. Pingo, you make a good point. He does have the home field advantage when coming in, when fighting with musicians. His signature Wall of Sound technique involved layering instruments to create a dense textured effect. As a ghost, this would become a chaotic, disorienting weapon, a barrage of noise and distorted music designed to confuse and terrorize his opponent. Noise terrorism. Corrupting influence. Spector was a dysdaimonic genius, described as having exceptional creative powers alongside destructive tendencies towards cruelty and evil. In ghost form, he might try to corrupt Franklin's soul, but her pure power would resist his influence. Purity. We'll just throw that in there. Soul corruption. Inner demons. His destructive behavior and erratic history suggest a deeply troubled psyche. As a ghost, these inner demons would likely manifest as a vulnerability, distracting him with his own paranoia and megalomania. This would be his fatal flaw. I'm gonna disagree with that and say literal demons from inside him. There we go. That makes it make a little more sense. The verdict. Aretha Franklin's ghost would defeat Phil Spector's ghost. Just flat out, it would win. Aretha would win, period. Phil Spector trigger. While Spector's chaotic and corrupting powers would put up a fight, Franklin's righteous spiritual strength is rooted in a far more profound and enduring legacy. Her wall of respect would easily neutralize his wall of sound. That is hilarious. In the end, the sheer soul and positive power of the Queen of Soul would provide to be a far greater force than Spector's self-destructive madness. Okay. So we've got Aretha up 250 is at 0. Spector is at 0. Would Spector's ghost defeat Lana Clarkson's ghost since he defeated her when they were both alive? That's a good question. Before it's like a living guy can't fight a dead body. Now it's like the gospel singer goes totally out aura this random guy. Of course, the gospel singer would just absolutely demolish the music producer. Are you kidding me? Music production has no soul. It's all about the musicians. This is the fucking best. I can't believe this actually works. All right. Phil Spector's ghost versus Phil Spencer's ghost. Dog, why is they giving these dead people named attacks like anime? Because that's where we're drawing from, man. For a fight between the ghosts of Phil Spector and Phil Spencer, the most likely winner is Phil Spector. His legacy of manipulation, violence, and intense emotional control translates into a powerful ghostly presence, whereas Phil Spencer's reputation is defined by corporate strategy, which is less suited for spectral conflict. Wait. This is the sentence of the night, I think. This is the one. Phil Spencer's reputation is defined by corporate strategy, which is less suited for spectral conflict. That is crazy. I love this. Well, apparently Microsoft are dropping out of the console market, so Phil Spencer's already lost. True. What the fuck am I even listening to? You're listening to Real Graps, Cursive. This is Real Graps, alright? Spectral conflict, baby. You need a Mortal Kombat game to be just this. I think I need to make something out of this. I don't know what. I'm just about to boot up Dead Cells. This will go really well while I play. There you go. It's perfect ambiance. It's called Salty Vet True. Wait, oh my god, wait. Phil Spector's ghost would likely be an unreal or a wrathful, vengeful spirit. His notorious history of erratic, abusive, and violent behavior toward those in his personal and professional life suggests his spiritual form would retain that same negative energy. This could manifest as poltergeist-like activity, creating disruptive, fear-inducing, and destructive paranormal phenomena, mental manipulation, using his infamy to conjure intense feelings of unease, dread, and paranoia in others. I'm adding that on here. Mental manipulation of paranoia. The wall of sound technique. It's a technique. As a producer, Spector was known for creating a dense, layered sound that was overwhelmingly loud. As a ghost, he could harness this into a powerful, disorienting sonic attack. Yes, he could. Well, we need to pick up more Spencer ghost feats. Yeah, the wall of sound, dude. Wall of sound is what he's known for. All right, Phil Spencer. Spencer's ghost. Here we go. All right. Spencer's ghost would likely be a more passive corporate spirit. His career was defined by management and strategy, not conflict or intimidation. This would give him spectral weaknesses, such as intangibility. Lacking a strong, violent, emotional attachment to the living world, Spencer's ghost may be unable to manifest effectively, unable to cause physical harm. Weak spirit means he can't manifest. Corporate weakness. He might still be driven by corporate concerns and shareholder... Wait, there's no way. He might still be driven by corporate concerns and shareholder value, leaving him vulnerable to strategic manipulation, layoffs, and poor quarterly reports. Wait, that's so funny. Holy shit. Stuck being worried about shareholder value and poor quarterly reports. Holy shit. Lack of will. Compared to Spector's rage, Spencer's spectral motivation to fight would likely be low. Low motivation. Okay. That is hilarious. Holy shit. Even dead, he still craves the bag. A fucking man. Holy shit. Spector would rely on intimidation and psychological warfare. He could use his ghostly wall of sound to disorient Spencer, then use poltergeist powers to hurl nearby objects. We were not told about that, but okay. His ghost would be fueled by anger and a sense of entitlement, making him an aggressive and unpredictable combatant. Whereas Spencer would try to reason with Spector, maybe proposing a strategic alliance or a long-term plan for coexistence. His strategy would be defensive and risk-averse, reflecting his corporate background. He would be ill-prepared for Spector's violent and unprovoked onslaught. Weak to unprovoked onslaughts due to attempts at strategic alliance. There we go. This ghost is such a tool. He really is. Likely outcome, Spectre wins. The fight would be short and decisive. Spectre's malevolent energy and history of violence would be too much for Spencer's passive corporate ghost to handle. They just keep dropping the fucking corporate all over the place. That is, why do they keep, like, that feels like such a backhanded thing. Spectre would use his wall of sound to get overwhelm Spencer, who, confused and looking for a meeting agenda, wait, what? Confused and looking for a meeting agenda, would be unable to mount a defense. Spectre would then proceed to hunt the Xbox Live service, tormenting players with sudden, unfixable bugs. What? What? Super Ego Brian Wilson versus Mastered UI Spectre. Can corporate strategy overcome pure schizo creative vigor? Oh my god. Holy shit. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I need this sentence. I need to save this for later. Okay, fine. Fuck you. Okay. This is the best shit I have ever seen in my life. Wall of Sound is too strong, dude. Wall of Sound is too powerful. Way too powerful. All right. Aretha Franklin's ghost versus Phil Spencer's ghost and Phil Spector's ghost. All right. Fictional fight between the ghosts of Aretha Franklin, Phil Spencer, and Phil Spector is turned by the... Okay, no. Aretha Franklin's ghost versus Phil and Phil Spencer as a team. Okay, let's see. So he's clearly from the Sound Village. He is. He's fucking... He's looking like... What was that guy's name? Fucking Dopey? I don't remember what his name was. While it is impossible to predict the outcome of a fictional ghost fight, a speculative analysis based on the legacies and attributions of the involved parties suggests Aretha Franklin's ghost would likely win against the team of Phil Spencer's ghost and Phil Spector's ghost. Damn! Dude, Aretha is actually top one. This is crazy. Alright, so the Queen of Soul stuff, right, we know this. The Spirit of Activism, wait, that's new. Her ghost would draw its strength from the million she inspired, a spiritual energy rooted in righteousness that can overcome more malevolent or mundane spectral forces. Gathering energy from her activism, like Goku doing a spirit baller. Gospel-rooted resilience, okay. Having begun her career singing, spiritual fortitude would be immense, drawing on a lifetime of faith in gospel music. This deep-seated inner strength would make her difficult to banish or weaken. Church-boosted paranormal resistances. Experience overcoming adversity. In her mortal life, Franklin dealt with significant personal hardships and prejudice. Her ghost would have battle-tested perseverance, a formidable emotional armor against any attack. Battle-tested perseverance, aka formidable emotional armor. Hell yeah. Church boosted to banishment. Battle-tested, baby. Battle-tested perseverance. I'm not the first person who's looked this up, apparently. Her weaknesses are a non-confrontational nature, though. While powerful, Franklin was not known for physical or psychological combat in life. Her ghost power is spiritual and soulful, which may not be suited for direct physical ghost-to-ghost combat. Phil Spencer's ghost, the spirit of gaming. Okay, wait, hold on. We got stuff. We got some buffs for Phil now. We got buffs for our guy Spencer's. All right. Spencer's ghost is connected to the massive interwoven digital ecosystem of gaming. As the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, his spirit would wield the power of cloud gaming. Okay. Spirit of cloud gaming. Cross-platform play and consoles/online users. He could potentially manipulate the digital landscape to trap or confuse opponents. Okay. Aretha Franklin is Dawson's stand confirmed. Honestly, at this point, wouldn't even be surprised. Aretha Franklin's abilities are also noble, and Spencer's is so insidious. Oh yeah, man. He's got the power of gamers on his side, alright? He's got the power of gamer. His career is defined by strategic thinking and adaptability, promoting initiatives like Xbox Game Pass. LOL. This translates to a ghostly fighting style that isn't focused on brute force, but an evolving strategy to outmaneuver his opponents. Okay. We kind of already got that in there somewhere. Collaborative teamwork. Unlike the other contenders, Spencer's ghost is used to working in a team. His success relied on leading and collaborating with others. This makes his ghost a good team player and likely more reliable than the notoriously difficult Phil Spector. Damn. Team player, good for team fights, but not as much on his own. All right. Weaknesses. No combat experience. True. The good guy ghost. Spencer's reputation as a decent and well-liked figure might translate to a ghost that is inherently less malevolent and combative than his teammate or adversary. Damn. The Aretha Franklin is fed SMH. Dude, she is fed as fuck. They gave her a full balance patch just for her. There we go. All right, Phil Spector, the Wall of Sound, man. Wall of Sound. Dysdemonic and destructive tendencies. Spector's ghost would possess the dark, chaotic, and destructive energy he exhibited in life, described as a dysdemonic genius with psychopathic tendencies. His pure malevolence makes him a dangerous and unpredictable. Yeah. An unholy alliance. His spiritual affinity for violence and his notorious history, which includes a murder conviction, would give him a cruel and merciless edge in battle. True. Former murderer. Surely Michael Jackson's ghost can endure through Franklin's plot armor. Oh, shit. All right, we'll check that one next. A team of one. Spector's ghost is a liability in a team. His notoriously difficult and volatile personality will cause him to turn on his partner, Phil Spencer, at the first sign of trouble, shattering their alliance. Damn. But that's corroborated from when they were fighting each other. Unfocused rage. Spector's ghost draws its power from rage, but that same anger and paranoia could cause it to make rash, irrational decisions. It. What do you mean it? This makes him susceptible to manipulation and exploitation. Okay. The verdict. The final outcome would be a decisive victory for Aretha Franklin's ghost. Phil Spector is a self-destructing ghost. His alliance with Phil Spencer is a doomed enterprise. Spector's erratic and cruel nature would likely cause him to turn on Spencer, either for no reason at all or to steal his power. Phil Spencer is a logistical ghost, not a fighter. His strategic abilities are formidable, but useless without an army to command or allies to rely on. Against Aretha's pure spiritual power, he would be outmatched and likely neutralized before he could mount an effective attack. Okay. Aretha Franklin is a ghost of pure concentrated power. Her spectral voice and the spiritual energy of her legacy are immensely potent and directly offensive. I'm assuming they mean offensive, like as in to attack. But that's kind of funny. While the Wall of Sound is a strong defense. No, what? I thought it was an attack. It is powered by chaos, while Aretha's spiritual energy is drawn from the focused, soulful power of her music. In a battle of will, the Queen of Soul is an unstoppable force of righteousness. That is my fucking queen, dude. All right, here we go. Michael Jackson's Summon Zombies might be enough to overcome the Wall of Sound. Hey, listen, we'll see. All right, so let's see. A ghost fight between... Okay, whatever. Based on their legendary artistic attributes, a hypothetical contest would likely be a spectacular musical and stylistic battle with no clear victor. Instead, the winner would be determined by the rules of the supernatural engagement. Okay. I thought the rules of engagement were pretty clear based on what we've been doing this whole time, but That's fine. All right, so Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Signature moves. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to write these down. All right, Michael Jackson's Ghost. Signature moves, including gravity-defying moonwalks. All right. Michael's Ghost would likely possess supernatural agility, able to perform gravity-defying moonwalks and spins while unleashing waves of pop music and mesmerizing illusions. He could use his famous vocalizations, hee-hee and shamona, as sonic attacks. Hee-hee and shamone sonic attacks. Shamona. Illusions, question mark, apparently. Ghostly allies. Here we go. The King of Pop versus the Queen of Soul is an absolutely crazy header, too. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. This is the real one. This is the big guns. Honestly, I gotta binge her discography now. The description of her noble soul is moving me. Dude, same here. I might listen to her tonight. He has an attack. Oh, yeah, dude. He's gonna hit her with the hee-hee. She's gonna explode. All right, ghostly allies. He might be able to summon an army of zombie backup dancers, a reference to his iconic Thriller video. There you go. Said it right there. Weakness. Some might argue that his elaborate, high-energy performance might tire him out, leaving him vulnerable to a sustained attack. He's a ghost. That's not how that works. All right, signature move. Aretha's Ghost would rely on the sheer power of her voice, with her soulful notes potentially shattering objects and overwhelming opponents with pure emotion. What? That's fine. I'm not going to write that down. Her voice has been described as having the ability to electrify every audience and blow people out of their shoes. How'd you get into Aretha Franklin? Her ghost Aikido. Yeah, I'm going to go to work on Friday, and I'm going to chat with my 18-year-old coworker about the ghost of Aretha Franklin, and I think she might pass out. All right, ghostly allies. As the Queen of Soul, she could command a celestial chorus of backup singers to join her gospel-infused insult. Yep, we know that. All right, weakness. Her style is often more stationary and direct, which might make her a stationary target compared to Michael's evasive movements. Ooh, I didn't think about that. He worked from the day he was born till he died. BS weakness. Yeah, no, I am not giving that a pass for MJ. I'm just straight up ignoring all of this. All right, potential fight scenarios. Thriller versus Respect showdown. Michael's ghostly choreography and zombie army could face off against Aretha's powerful, soul-shaking voice. This scenario could turn into a battle of spectacle versus pure vocal might. No, I'm talking like a physical altercation. Michael Jackson's DJ Drive Rush for sure, 100%, without a doubt. The emotional warfare scenario. Michael's ghost could try to outmaneuver Aretha with psychological warfare, using his status as the King of Pop. King of Pop, psych warfare. Didn't know that was a thing. However, Aretha could retaliate by harnessing raw emotional power, reminding him why she's the Queen of Soul. True. The ultimate tiebreaker. Ultimately, the battle might be decided by whose musical legacy and fan base are more powerful in the spirit world, an impossible metric to calculate. Because there is no precedent for a musical ghost battle, the victor would remain an eternal source of speculation for fans of either artist. But it's not. This isn't about music. This is about them killing each other again. Psycho power versus emotional power. This is literally psycho power versus the Satsui no Hado. But the Satsui no Hado is nice. Yeah, exactly. It's literally just the Satsui no Hado. That's fantastic. All right, so Aretha clears house pretty consistently, but Michael Jackson might be a fight. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Vipers. Like, that is literally just Satsui no Hado. You're right. Like, it's actually just psycho power versus Satsui no Hado. It's just a question of who's who. Ha-ha, hon. Hee-hee. All right, so Aretha's ghost definitely cleans house. 99% of the time. But there is a chance. Forgot about that. What about the Song of God? Who would win a fight? Aretha Franklin's ghost versus Song of God. Let's see what they have to say. All right. Aretha Franklin's Ghost versus Jesus. This is a question about fictional characters and... Damn! Damn! Are they allowed to say that? I mean, Aretha Franklin was real. Dude, I think we literally just single-handedly ended Christianity. Did we just dismantle an entire religion? I played Jesus and Fight of Gods. He's got hands. I want to see Fight of Gods in front of my face. I've watched gameplay of it, but like I've never just done it. Aretha's Ghost Aikido might do that. True. So true. She might be the one to take down the tyranny of Christianity. All right. Arguments for Jesus. Divine power. As the Son of God in Christian tradition, Jesus is said to have divine power. Right. That makes sense. This would likely overpower any spectral abilities of a ghost. I don't want to read this anymore. This, however, is my favorite. This is my second favorite. This is my actual favorite. That's where you draw the line. Yes. I don't want to hear anybody slander my ghost fight goat, Aretha Franklin. All right. I refuse to allow anybody to tell me that she's not top one. All right. The matchup is bullshit. And if anybody tries to tell me otherwise, I will ban you. Going back up the rabbit hole is a wild ride. Yeah, right? Like 1, 2, 3. And then a Wikipedia article on Aretha Franklin. And a picture of her house, I guess. That's crazy. That's crazy behavior. All right. Rabbit hole complete. Now I need some water. All right, I am back. Maybe the real Aretha Franklin was the friends we made along the way. I think it was. I am a white girl. Yes, I am, baby. Oh, water is so good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the shit right there. Whew. Whoo, baby. Let's pretend you'll play Tomb Raider after the break. What are you thinking now, huh? Although, admittedly, part of me actually does feel like I'm not really doing justice. Because, after all of that, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can justify. Ooh. Oh, I'm the fucking best. I knew I could make that. I fucking knew I could make that. No human could make that jump? Absolutely not. But no human is the size of Lara motherfucking Croft, baby. Yeet. Shut up. No, the Queen of Souls, the best as we've just established. You're right, I'm sorry. Top one, uncontested top one. Alright, let's go this way first. Was I supposed to be able to make that? At least we know Lara can beat ghosts. She fights ghosts in multiple games. Oh, no shit. Okay. She simply confuses ghosts looking to set up a meeting. Looking to set up an agenda, a meeting agenda. Those poor ghosts. Those poor corporate ghosts worried about their shareholders and stock prices. Oh, never mind. I thought that was something evil over there. Alright. Bring. Oop. I want those. Gimme, gimme. I bet, you know, honestly, you know what? Good for her. She should fight ghosts. That was kind of a gamble. I don't think I should have done that. Alright, so am I supposed to... I'm guessing... Go down? Yeah. I'm assuming I'm supposed to go over this way. Oh, wait. What's that? Wait, what's that? Now let me complain about football again. What's going on this time, Zen? What's got you feeling things this time in the world of football? Favorite team's current coach is the worst stats in world football with 23% win rate, and instead of firing him, the board just extended his contract by 3 years. Let's go. I love that for you and for them. You know, if he's he might not be very good at his job, but at least he's a nice guy, you know? Failing upward. The way it should be. Whoever says that you should earn your place on the podium is a fucking liar. I think you should just find out how to be friends with people who will give you everything you want. I think that's a much better plan for success than having to like work and try to do things, you know? Alright, I definitely don't make this, but... Oh, I do! Big money. Big money moves, big money moves. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go. think they didn't want to fire him because his contract says if he gets fired, even for being bad, he gets $20 million compensation. Then that's fair enough. But why would they re-sign him? If his contract expires and you don't renew it, you're not firing him. Like, that's a completely different thing. They still had options. So that just seems like really shit planning on their part. Like, it seems like they kind of didn't know what they were doing and didn't know what they wanted. And that makes them big dumb idiots, you know? But hey, you know what? I mean, power to them. If they want to waste their money, who am I to say they shouldn't? You know, it's not up to me. Oh, totally. The new owners know nothing about football. They're American. Fair enough then. Yeah, that tracks. That definitely tracks. Bibbidi boop bibbidi bibbidi boo bibbidi boobidi bobbidi beep bee. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Give me that. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, easy breezy. I don't think anything happened, but that's alright. Ooh, Laura. Laura! Woo! I'm saving it, and that scared me. Physical abilities don't match your noodle arms. They infrequently do in games like this. I feel like that's not a... I feel like that's not entirely important, you know? Noodle arms be damned. Because she got an ass that don't quit. That's for true. Okay. I'm going all the way up. I can't be stopped. Is that actually what they want me to do? That seems unhealthy. It's okay. We got it. We got it. Fix my glasses. We got it. We big chillin'. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Boop. Okay, never mind. Can't go around corners. Laura, please. For the love of Gord. Okay, I'm gonna hit a save here just in case this is not the way I'm supposed to go, but I think it is. Two Cox introduced League of Legends costume pricing for fighting gamers is hilarious. Oh yeah, no. People are gonna fucking learn. The fuck did that do? Oh, turn these into stairs. You gonna learn today. It's not even new either. They've been in League for years already. They're just redrawing them on purpose. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, there is absolutely nothing about 2XKO that is surprising from a business perspective. It should be. All right. Why does he explode? I don't know. He's a mummy. What do you do? What do you do? Probably acquire for like an hour, just do Yasuo BS and then get rid of it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try it out. Like, I'm gonna probably install it to see if any of my, you know, IRL friends would want to try it. And then once they all try it and inevitably don't like it, then I will I'm just not gonna say anything about that. Then I will uninstall it. But for now, where the fuck am I? Do I have to go down that way? Is that the idea? What is that? Is that a health pack? It's a health pack and some ammo, I think. Okay, fine. Lara, Jesus. You really don't like the art style, so you're already put off by it? That's fair enough. I don't mind the art style, but it's not a preference necessarily. Okay. I feel like I'm about to get trapped in here. Do we not care? Guess not. Alright. I will take that. Thing is, from everything you've seen, the combos kind of just make themselves to the point where you can, if you can theorize it, it probably works. Yeah, it seems like there's not a lot of, like, strict juggle limits or anything like that. You know, if a button, I agree with you, if a button looks like it works, it probably does. I'd say that's a good way. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Seven years development and Riot's infinite money for the game to look like that and only have 9 characters on launch is insane. Well, to be fair, the 9 characters on launch is definitely on purpose. That one they definitely did because fuck us. The rest of it, though, I'm inclined to agree. It's a little silly. I mean, again, like I said, I don't mind the art style. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's stylized. I think the issues that I have with it are that the level 3 supers all look awful. The other game gets a new character every 4 months. True. Yeah, I mean, like, League will forever be the game that makes the money, so of course they're going to put more time into that always. Live with that. Again, still not sure why he exploded, but that's fine. No, Lara Croft! Oh! I'm still gonna reload, though. I don't want to be down here. But yeah, like, League, I feel like, to be fair, also, League is way easier to make a new character in. Where's my crunch? Where's my bone-shattering crunch? I'm sorry. I was just too optimal. I perfectly navigated to make it so she didn't die, even though dying would have technically been more useful. Heard the screaming, got excited. I heard the screaming and got scared. I had like a mini visceral reaction to it. I think the best strat to avoid damage is in fights to jump and do air flip to cross up enemies. It is, 100%. I just it just doesn't work like half the time because tank controls can feast on my dick. So we're gonna take this nice and slow, Lara. Nice and slow. You're gonna grab this. You're gonna turn your ass around. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna open this up. Save. Alright, now we're gonna go back this way. This one's for you, Viper! I'm sorry, I meant for her to die. Tank controls will love you if you love them. I straight up do not believe that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Viper. I tried to kill her. I really did. But her legs are too strong. She overshot by a large margin. Yeah, don't take that out of context, please. New sound bit. Oh god. Hey, listen, if you guys grab it, I'll see if I can use it. I'm not shy about that. Alright. Not that one. Okay. Oh, right, and I can just do this now because this one's open. Let's go! Big money. Idiot. Here, I've been holding back my clipping. Oh, no, dude. Clip everything and anything that you want. Because I will go through all of them, and I will figure out how many of them I can use for something. And any that I can't will just be hanging out with the rest of the clips. There's literally no downside. There is literally no downside, except that I'm stuck. Where do I go for this one? Hold on, let me save. Duly noted. Hell yeah, brother. Yum. Alright, so what do I do with you? Is it something down below? Because I don't know if there's anything over here for... Ooh, wait, what is that? Alright, turn that shit around, Lara. Never mind. I wonder... Hold on. I wonder if I can, like... Not that. That was not what I meant. But... Like how 90% of chat left when gameplay started. I'm assuming everyone's doing other things. Having me on in the background when they're not participating is something that I'm used to and not upset by. But also, fuck you guys, man. You bully me for not playing the game, and then you don't watch me play the game. What the hell? It's like a DSP stream, except not wanting to rip your hair out. Yeah, I feel like I definitely have that effect on people. You know? Oh, okay, there you go. Pingo's doing the, he's bookkeeping right now. He's trying to understand the odds. Oh, look at that money. Okay. Bad power scaling is more popular. Just look at DBZ. True. Oh, there's another one. I hate you, Panther. Wakanda these nuts. Wakanda's nuts. Just look at the Rethaverse. The fucking Rethaverse, baby. Yeah. I honestly half expected her to miss. Alright, so we're going on the other side, right? Wah! Physics! Alright, get me in there. Okay, I'll deal with one of them. No, the other one's still alive in here. Where you at, motherfucker? Where you at? Oh, never mind. I did get them both. Let's go. Hype City. Okay. I'm gonna assume. Lara, are you done? That's at least a skull fracture. No, it's fine. Okay, that's a big jump, I guess. That count? No, she just walks right off. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what you get for being a stupid idiot, Lara. Okay, and then we go for... Hey! That looks like a big jump to me, too. Hey! There it is. That's the money, baby. That's the big monies. Who? Yeah, we got the mops. All right. So, I'm assuming I go over there, but then do I actually go over there? I don't know. Maybe save before falling to your death? Absolutely not. Ooh. Yeah, that was a terrible jump, but that's alright. It's reminding me that Viper takes your passport after beating you. Yeah, Viper, what the hell? How am I supposed to go visit my former coworker who just moved to Italy? You asshole. Alright, I'll take that. Thank you. I see the hole, but what about this? That is nothing. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I'm going to save one more time. Just because I'm curious. Oh, okay. Oh, these motherfuckers again. Hold on. Shotgun. Yeah, I am just not interested in fucking around with those. Put the magnums on. Grab some wiggity higgity health. Now. And now. Okay, we'll save again because I don't want to fight those guys again. And now. Woohoo! Hee hee! already went up there and there's nothing up there. So what the fuck? Why not have a character have a customized passport from the country? I think that'd be a lot of fun. Give it a little extra spice. Have Viper actually commit a felony? What exactly, like, what charge does identity theft fall under? Do we know? Like, what severity of charge? Because I'm assuming it's fully criminal, but, like, do we actually know? I don't want to go to jail. Sorry, bro. Not an option. Unfortunately, it is jail or die. Why am I here? Oh, maybe that. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's take a little walk forward. Let's save one more time because I'm a baby. We'll always choose death 100%. You're just not a prison guy? Don't think he'd last very long. 30 years in federal prison? Okay. I mean, that seems reasonable enough. But Viper gets a pass because, you know, big corporation, R&D, you know, that whole kit and caboodle. She's just checking for illegal. Secretly an ICE agent. The actual ultimate villain. Okay, Lara, fine. Get on the fucking thing. I'm inclined to disagree, but hey, yeah. Jesus. Butt fucking Christ, man. Chill with that. Okay. What are we looking at down here? Am I just going in circles? What is happening? I've already been here. Can't even take care of myself. I mean, free food and board for however long. But I absolutely become someone's bitch and probably shanked in the first week. Okay. I get what you're saying. It's just not an environment you're built for. I get that. I mean, I feel very similarly. I'm definitely not I'm not a prison person. Okay, that's me halfway. Deport everybody, but keep big booty Latinas. That's how we get Lara back in the game. That's how we get Lara in season 5. Viper deports her brother, and then gets in a fight with Lara about it. I could see it. I could see the story potential. I don't think it would be, you know, terribly nice, but I could see where they'd be going with it. Yeah, I figured. Ooh, hello. What may you be? You be. Motherfucker. Okay, we're gonna use a little bitty health pack on that one. Itty bitty health pack on that one. Ooh, okay. Lara, Jesus. Give me that. Yummy, yummy. Magnummy. Yeah, nothing else in there. Okay, I didn't think so. I'm lost again. I'm officially lost again, and I would like to make some amount of progress, but I don't know where to go. So I'm a little stucky-wucky. I'm a little stucky-wucky. I definitely skipped, like, a portion of this. I was not supposed to be able to make that jump, but at the same time, do I care? Oh, I can just get back up. Wait. Cool. Alright, never mind. We're fine. Okay, so we pulled that already. So now, the question is, can I make that jump? And how do I get that down? Where do I go? Over there? It's saying that Lara's never been in any crossover. She's definitely been in something. I just don't know what it would be. There we go. That one's for you, Viper. I mean, she's definitely been in crossovers of some kind. I just don't know if it was like games or, you know, anything in particular. Ugh. Ugh. I love water. I'm gonna be honest, I did not mean to do it that time. It won't let me grab, man. That's so mean, because I just want to grab the thing. I don't understand how I'm supposed to get up there. Otherwise, yeah. Eee. Big stretch. Oh my god. Fingers aren't strong enough to grab a ledge at that speed. I don't care. She should do it anyways. The other option is she fucking dies. I think she can afford to try. You know? I think she could. I think in that situation, she could probably afford an attempt. We're going for the triple, Viper. Oh, baby, a triple! Alright, how the frickin' heck? I actually don't remember how to get out of here. What if I do this? Whee! Then I do this? Whee! Wee, woo, wee, woo. I do this? Whee! That one was not on purpose. That one actually was not on purpose. There's definitely no way for me to safely get down this way. I want to get over there, I think, but I don't really know how. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take a gamble here. I know this isn't going to work. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. It was worth a shot. Oh, no, I mean, I know I can get down there and land in the water. I just mean, I don't want... I need to get down to a spot that's going to be annoying. I wanted to try to make it over there, because I'm pretty sure that's the way I need to go. But did not want to happen. So, instead... Oh, wait, shit. Is everything going to be alive again? That's right, baby. I'm the best you ever seen. Lara, you fucking idiot. Listen. Alright, I was doing good for a second. I put in some good work, alright? You can't fault me for trying. Whee! Alright, so I don't think there's anything here other than getting up here. I don't know. Oh, my fucking God. I just clumped in my chair. And I want to make sure you guys understand that I just had to create a new word to explain what just happened to me. I clumped. Ooh, health pack. Alright, I'm gonna save because fuck that in every possible way. I'm not dealing with that again. Alright. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay. Ooh. Gotta sit back up. Gotta get back in gamer stance. The question is, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of here? Oh, I can probably just jump that. Okay. Yeet. Alright. One more quick one. Now I want to see. Can I... Lara? That's not what I wanted to do. I did not mean to do that. I did not hold forward without holding RB because RB is how I don't fall. But this game said, fuck you, I don't want to be true. I don't want to do things that make sense. I want to control how I want. I want to go where I go. I want you to go suck on a dick. Alright. Let me try this. I'm getting a little frustrated because all I want to do is dive into the water and climb back up, but I feel like there's no good way. Hey, yeah! Tricked you. I bet you guys thought I was gonna die. But no, that shit was calculated. Because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Don't think Lara's time for dicks. Very possible. She is busy raiding tombs and stealing wombs. And by that, I mean She is gay and is finding many attractive women to spend her nights with. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like it might be. So, I am sticking with it. All right, give me that. Ha, sabanyab. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Yeet, 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 yeet. I don't like that this is all... Is this a maze? I'm gonna be really upset if this is a maze. I know I just missed a bunch of shit, but I mostly just want to figure out where the hell I'm going. Oh, I heard that. Think Lara never had a single romantic relationship in any game? I wouldn't be surprised. She does not seem like the type. Yeah, there you are, you little shit. You know what? I'll come back for this. I do like how he just actually sets a bunch of shit on fire. That is pretty cool. Maybe only in other media like the movies and comic books. I mean, yeah, I'd believe that. She was close to a few girls in the later ones. Hey, I was kidding, but I guess I was right. Yeah. Although, to be fair, I feel like if there was any woman to defy the laws of nature and turn people gay, it would be her. Alright, officially out of shotgun shells. We go back to the mags. There's a man in the African chick I forget the name of in Legend. I will have to take your word on that. I have not played the newer ones. I have one of them. I think I have the first of the newer ones. I just haven't played any of them. Yep, I knew there was going to be something. Gimme, 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 gimme. The new trilogy is really good. I mean, I've heard good things. And part of the reason why I've never been, like, particularly interested in trying them is because they always seemed like they were just generic action-adventure games, you know? It seemed like they took what was a unique brand and turned it into something very standard. But I also can't say that for certain because I've never played them. And I had never played these before either. So, not really fair of me to be that picky. Oh, right, this thing. Whoops, wrong button, that was my fault. I wasn't actually looking. Is that the right one? Let's go. Lara Croft, I hate you. I hate when you do things like this to me. Music breaking the budget. Oh yeah, they save it just for the big moments. Like solving the puzzles. To be fair, the first remake was good. There was legitimately only like 4 actual tombs to raid in it, so it was very much not a Tomb Raider and more of an Uncharted game with better storytelling. That's okay, that's fair enough. And they weren't very big, okay. Better Uncharted sounds really good, also I agree on that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I haven't played Uncharted either, but I know the games are good. There are things about them that I'm pretty sure I would not enjoy, but that's not to say that the games themselves aren't, you know, aren't good. They just might not be quite for me. But I do want to give them a try at some point. It's just a question of finding a way. Tried Uncharted, it's a bit cringe. Multiplayer was fun though. All right, I mean, fair enough actually. Can't fault you for that. It definitely seems like it's one of those games that has, you know, quote unquote, really well written, dynamic, thought out characters. But whether that's actually true or not is hard to say. But again, haven't played it. Don't know. Fourth one's really good IMO. Oh, you like the first two and the fourth. Okay. So just not the third. Fuck the... Nice. There we go. Easy money, baby. All right, you know what? I'm going to probably just call it here. I think this is fine. I'm not going to fuck myself over again. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh. I like that. All right. We're going to call it there. More like Uncharted, am I right? Yes. Congrats on clearing a stage. Thanks. It only took me 3 hours and 2 4-hour streams. I'm not the fastest guy in the world, but yeah, that's all right. All right, for now though, let's go see who we want to riggedy raid. We've got Ghost Girl Blues playing Hades 2, good ass game. Chili Willy playing Hades 2. Jerp playing Blueprints. Got Rhea playing Mario Kart. We've got Asha, Hiralaha, Maeve, and Marky. You know, Jerp's not on a lot when I am. We're going to raid Marky. Or not Marky, Jerp. Sorry. Jerp. Gonna play Silent Hill F even though I'm really disappointed by the game so far. I'm sorry to hear that. Another 4-hour stream when we complete one single level and talk about the technicalities of Ghost Combat. You're damn right, brother. We needed to get all the information, all right? We need to get everything really clear. Clear and laid out. Oh, Jesus. Jerp, you loud motherfucker. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it was a good time. I think we hit a good balance of talking about the technicalities of Ghost Combat and playing the game at least a little bit. I think it was a good use of our time. Game drowns you under too many video game mechanics to let you get immersed in the horror atmosphere. I gotcha. I'm sorry to hear that, Zen. That is unfortunate. It's one of the games of all time that it was. And that it shall continue to be. Because I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through the game, which means I have at least another like 3 or 4 streams to go. But we'll see. I also don't know that that's true. I just think that's true. But for now, make sure to follow the friends of the stream who also stream. Make sure to give each other hugs and kisses. I do have notifications. Let's take a look real quick. Let's take a peek. See what's this. Wow, no way. That's crazy. Wow, no way. That's crazy. Twitch Prime. Wow, that's crazy. I don't even have Amazon Prime. Okay, go say hi to Jerp. I love you all. I appreciate you all. See you all next time. The raids start happening faster. Go say hi. I love you. Bye.
Oh, Luke Stray. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Oh.
There's no such thing as too fast.
Tim Wet. Tim Wet. Winding upper. Winding uppercut. Going all in, baby. I was trying to bait it. Thought you played with my cock before? If I have, I don't remember. Sandblast. Yes, let's go. Ooh, woo. Sandblast. Ooh, woo.
If I can't lick the Colonel's fingers, I'm deleting my Twitch account. That's the plan. If at some point somebody's fingers, ideally the Colonel's, but somebody's fingers are not licked, this stream is over. Forever. Figured it out. The truth is, I don't like playing games. I only like winning. So I cheat as often as I can, in as many ways as I can, guarantee that I win. Trying to fuck on me, man. He's trying to fuck on me real bad. Seriously? You brought a boy? I'm so fucking pleased with myself.